stop talking about it and do something!
Suck my dick earth with that bullshit.
Really?
It's like a gentle hate. Do we have another service? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Are you manipulating with friends over?
I am moving on. I think I'm from another planet, Father.
This is so fucking depressing. I can't be a flat earth person.
Can't have a both ways. Can't have a flat earth. And things making sense.
Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another edition of Gem Splattered Sunday Roast. We're back once again with the show they don't want you to see. And in tonight's show, we bring you the very best from the last 2 weeks in conspiratardia, including political violence is trending. We have the latest. Plus, Trump assassination attempts. Are they being faked? In the UK, we join a mob of pitchfork-wielding racists as they hunt down the perpetrators of a crime that didn't happen. Speaking of aliens, we have several on the show tonight, teaching you their light languages. And on the Flat Earth, Vlad talks Flat Earth racism, Weiss introduces us to Ortho molecular restorative farming, plus Flat Earth divorce live. All this and much more in our awesome show. I am your host, Jem, and as always, joining me with their insightful and humorous commentary are just some of the cool kids from the Debate Flat Earth and More Discord server. Good evening, everyone.
Ahoy hoy.
Good evening.
Ah, good puzzer. Making an early start. Lovely.
How are we, all right?
Oh, pretty
Let's get
good. Pretty good. Not too bad. Okay, to warm us up, here are a few random funny videos. Enjoy.
All right, Perla, listen. So I'm gonna give you some M&Ms, okay? But don't eat them, okay? I'm gonna go to the bathroom and don't eat the M&Ms. Promise? Do you think you can wait? Yes, you think you can wait? You say yes, Mom?
Yes, Jem.
Okay, don't touch the M&Ms. I'll be right back.
Today we're going to be eating the Carolina Reaper pepper. These are the world's hottest peppers.
It's still burning? She's just sitting here drooling.
Lay back.
Holy shit.
Lay back.
Are you okay?
No.
That wasn't a good idea. Holy hell.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it on the outside.
Damn. I didn't think I hurt that bad.
This is not good. This is not fucking good.
You okay? You feeling any better?
Hey, slow down on the rocks, baby. It's dangerous in there.
Oh my god,
I'm in the bloody London body smash you! Holy bloody mother of God, Jesus fucking my God, baby, come back to London ball nearly hit ya! Oh my God, baby, you alright?
Millie's my favourite. Look how calm she is as well.
A good little collection there, I thought.
Isn't it lovely to hear a little section of genuine Australian English being said?
Yeah. Oh my God, babe! Oh.
All the words are plumped up together. It must be quite scary when you get that close to a lightning strike.
When I was a child, I had lightning go off, like, it must have been right above me, and oh my God, it was so loud. You can't believe how loud it is when it's close to you.
Nice. Those two girls, I think they ended up. One of them ended up in the local casualty, if I recall, with that story of those two girls with the chilies.
Oh, really? I've not seen that before, but
no, it was a little while ago. But I mean, there's so many people online who just are basically just saying, I'm for shits and giggles, I'm just going to eat something that's incredibly fucking dangerous that I haven't quite realised yet. I mean, those things are, they have these chili offs, don't they, in America, where they end up with they've got this like 30-litre barrel of mince and sauce, and they pipette a few drops in, and they taste it that way.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, it's sitting there eating one like that. I mean, you might as well just be, just absolutely mental. People just don't realise what they're doing.
Oh dear, poor kids. Oh well, I guess it was a bit of an old one, which is often the case with the funnies. But here is another very old one, a clip from 39 years ago that is as relevant as ever today. Have you considered the advantages of extremism?
Seriously, though, we've heard a lot about extremism recently. A nastier, harsher atmosphere everywhere, more abuse and bother boy behaviour, less friendliness and tolerance and respect for opponents. All right, but what we never hear about extremism is its advantages. Well, the biggest advantage of extremism is that it makes you feel good, because it provides you with enemies. Let me explain. The great thing about having enemies is that you can pretend that all the badness in the whole world is in your enemies, and all the goodness in the whole world is in you. Attractive, isn't it? So, if you have a lot of anger and resentment in you anyway, and you therefore enjoy abusing people, then you can pretend that you're only doing it because these enemies of yours are such very bad persons. And that if it wasn't for them, you'd actually be good-natured and courteous and rational all the time. So, if you want to feel good, become an extremist. Okay, now you have a choice. If you join the hard left, they'll give you their list of authorized enemies. Almost all kinds of authority, especially the police, the city, Americans, judges, multinational corporations, public schools, furriers, newspaper owners, fox hunters, generals, class traitors, and, of course, moderates. Or, if you'd rather be an extremist on the hard right, no problem, fine, you still get a lovely list of enemies, only they're different ones. Noisy minority groups, unions, Russia, weirdos, demonstrators, welfare sponges, meddlesome clergy, peaceniks, the BBC, strikers, social workers, communists, and, of course, moderates. And upstart actors. Now, once you're armed with one of these super lists of enemies, you can be as nasty as you like, and yet feel your behaviors morally justified. So you can strut around abusing people and telling them you could eat them for breakfast, and still think of yourself as a champion of the truth, a fighter for the greater good, and not the rather sad paranoid schizoid that you really are.
Isn't it interesting when something that old is still... He could have made that last week and it would still be...
It would be.
Make sense, wouldn't it?
It would be. You could literally just lay that down on most flat earthers and steam press it with an iron, and when you lift it off, the transfer would fit exactly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that most of these people are intrinsically awful. And they conjure up this notion that the rest of the world is, lying to us all, or stealing all our money, or they're being a bit Jewy in the banks. And it's their way of just basically making themselves out to be some sort of paragon, some sort of freedom fighter.
Right.
Crazy.
Right, well, Oh, go ahead.
I said I love the bit. The funniest bit, which you could almost see coming, was the second mention of moderates. Everyone hates a moderate.
Jimmy boy, you were hot micing, mate, so I muted you. I'm going to try unmuting you and hope you clear. There we go. Right, okay. What have we got next? Oh, yes, some of those awful people you were talking about, Pazza. Some MAGA folk now, along with a few others who are not so keen on MAGA folk.
All right, what's your name and what number are you in line?
Kim, number 1.
All right, hey guys, you ready for President Trump?
Yes.
All right, let's go. All right. Are we fired up today? That's it.
Hey, Donald Trump.
There we go. What's your message for President Trump?
We love you, Donald Trump.
There you go.
Up in the Middleton.
Yeah, we're Middleton. Let's go. All right. The line just keeps going and going, doesn't it?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, how are you?
Good, good. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm assuming you spent the night here.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thanks for coming. That's great. Look at this. Are we fired up for President Trump? Yeah.
Back off. Get him. Okay, stop it. Okay. Call 911. Okay. What the fuck did you do? I'm not touching you, man.
Don't you ever fucking wear fire.
You just battered me. Hey, you just committed battery. Can somebody call the cops? Hello, police. He just attacked me.
Here I am.
Stay right there.
Here I am.
Stay right there. You got this on
Here
video,
I
right?
am.
Yeah, you punched me, dude.
You fuck, I didn't punch you.
Yeah, you did.
Where's the marks, asshole?
Sir,
Where's the marks?
you are very
asshole?
drunk. When you're drunk, if you're a fireman, you should know better.
I'm not
Can somebody call 911?
Listen, man, you call anyone you fucking want. You fucking phony fire.
Sir, you just battered me. Thomas, you need to stay here. Stay right there. Just battered me. I'm on the inside. He battered me. Give me a battery. Can you get one of the officers from across the street? I'm over here, work class daughter. Come here, get his license plate, please. Get his license plate. Echo Foxtrot Bravo 845.
Oh,
He's a
wow.
white male.
Wow, you
I'm over
actually,
here in the parking
you
lot,
actually
work
know
class
the
auto
fucking,
repair.
the
Can you
lingo.
please send one of those 8 deputies?
This is Florida in Boca Raton, Florida, with a phony firefighter and
He's in a green Dodge. I'm sorry, gray Dodge.
Boca Raton.
Yes,
We are
ma'am.
here with our rights.
He's not. He's parked.
Support
We are
the
here.
President's
I
rights.
told them we're calling 911.
And you have this.
Please. World class.
Gentleman,
Louise Garcia.
right here.
World class auto repair. It's on your alley Annie Street. 954-859-4692.
And he came home screaming and yelling at my
I'm a
husband.
retired 20-year firefighter. He hit me with his hand. Here you go. Okay, here's the deputy right here on scene.
Fuck you, you little fucking import. Trump's gonna get your ass, you little nigger.
Any more?
Get out of here, fucking asshole.
Is your guys' son or daughter? Or?
Son.
Awesome. And are you guys a couple?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. So, have you ever heard about the statistics coming out that gay men are statistically much more likely to commit child molestation?
No.
You've never heard about that before?
Crazy. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Don't you think it's weird that you guys have a child, but neither of you are a woman?
No.
You don't think that's weird?
No.
So you had a surrogate? You paid a woman $50,000 to be pregnant and build an emotional connection to a baby? Hey, don't take my mic, dude. Fuck you.
I'm actually concerned for your baby's safety.
I'm concerned for you.
We are asking you to leave.
Hey!
Hey, fucker! Get off!
No.
Fuck you, bro.
Guess what? You guys are together. You all deserve to be killed for doing
really?
Yeah.
Killed.
Boom, 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 boom.
All deserve to be shot in the fucking head.
So I guess it's all good to wear one of them red hats in federal buildings and wherever. Do you think that will protect you if you're wearing that hat? There is consequences and repercussions for doing stupid shit. If I see one of them red hats, I'm gonna put my hands on you. I'm already 2-0. I'm already 2-0 against a couple red hats. So when I say I'm gonna do it, check this out. I mean, oh, I promise you. Oh, I promise you I'll do it. And you won't stand a chance. I'm very good at what I do. I wasn't blessed with a whole lot of other skills or intelligence. But getting down one-on-one with human beings, I'm good at.
I support a lot of his policies. I think he's done a lot of great things in his presidency, especially this term. But yeah, I'm done. I can't excuse that. Him mocking Jesus by posting that. No, God will not be mocked. He does not take kindly to being mocked. That is just, there's no way to.
That image was indefensible to you. That was the line for you. Not gutting SNAP benefits so that thousands of Americans, tens of thousands of Americans are going hungry every night. Gutting the VA so that veterans are going hungry every night. Cutting USAID. Literally hundreds of thousands of people are now dead in other countries, in developing countries, because we cut USAID. People are starving to death overseas. That was all fine. That was all fine for American Christians. Kidnapping children, putting them in concentration camps, and now we have reports that dozens and dozens of children in these camps are pregnant because they're being essayed by ICE agents, terrorizing communities, terrorizing immigrants, migrants, people that are here legally, even some citizens, killing citizens, starting endless wars overseas over oil and money, killing children in their schools, killing tens of thousands of people who were just innocent civilians going about their day. Before he was even president, ripping off his contractors for millions of dollars, committing fraud, stealing money from kids with cancer so much that he got his charity shut down, cheating on all three of his wives, including his pregnant wife with a porn star. And I'm not even going to mention the files, but adjudicated rapist, 34-time felon, dozens of credible accusations of sexual assault, walking into girls' locker rooms while they were changing, mocking disabled people, saying racist things, saying that black kids should be killed because they're black and they were bound to commit crime. You guys draw a line at him mocking Jesus Christ. Like, why? He's mocked everybody else. He's made a mockery of our entire fucking society. All of our allies are gone. Everyone hates Americans all over the world. We're some of the most hated people on earth because of Donald Trump. Prices are skyrocketing. Our democracy has collapsed, and we're at the beginning of World War III, all because of Donald Trump. All of that you could forgive. But cosplaying Sky Daddy, that is a bridge too far. This is the reason why I am not a Christian. I was a Christian. I am no longer a Christian.
Well, that bit shouldn't have been there, but it was.
I'm sure he's also not a moron, but judging by what he said as well.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That one guy trying to start fights against the red hats. If you have a handle on your chin, you shouldn't threaten people.
Right. Yeah. People are too committed to the violence now, aren't they? I think there's too much of this talk.
Yeah, I mean that clip with the guy with the firefighter's helmet on. Initially, when I saw that, I thought, "Oh, is that a guy who's just put one on and is just the poor guy that got angry? He's an ex-firefighter or something?" And it's the complete opposite, isn't it?
Right.
Like a retired firefighter, and the other guy just irrationally thought he shouldn't have it on.
Right. What an idiot!
You just come to the conclusion because he had Biden and Harris on his T-shirt, he couldn't possibly be a real firefighter or hero or patriot.
Right. Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
These people. I blame social media. I know I say this a lot, but I think people create these little bubbles for themselves where they think everyone agrees with them, and only a certain sort of person disagree with them.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't. Again, we keep saying there's differences across the Atlantic. But I can't imagine anybody. I'm trying to think of someone who's been in power in the UK that would if somebody they suddenly said halfway through their tenureship as prime minister or whatever. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be at Milton Keynes community centre where I should be talking for 4.5 hours, but not actually bringing anything new to the table, just talking for 4 hours. Yeah, I can't imagine people queuing in 2 a.m. to see that.
Right, he doesn't say anything new, does he? I mean,
it's not like he's revealing anything. He's just going to go over the old stuff. They know what he's going to say.
And what's it for?
Just baffling, isn't it?
He can't be elected. I guess he can promote people for the midterms, can't he? I guess.
I mean, if you had a queue like that in the UK, it's usually all right. Granted, right, we do have ass hattery like that for the royal things, okay, right? But that aside, you'd only get a queue like that if they were giving away kidneys somewhere.
Right. There's no way they'd queue like that for any politician.
Yeah. And I could never imagine, for example, any of my parents or any of that queuing up to see someone who's in power, with a T-shirt on with their name on it. I just can't imagine that happening.
I know, it's weird, isn't it? And I think this sort of stuff has snuck up on us, and I think we don't really address how weird all of that is sometimes. I mean, I've said it a few times to a few people along the way. That. It's just odd that they idolise a man in this way, and it's just, a political leader. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It may be breaking. I don't know if you saw he was hosting a PGA tour at his Trump golf course in Florida. No one showed up.
Oh.
Even a lot of the golfers sat out.
I mean, I came when I was getting clips for that thing. All I did was search MAGA on Twitter, and there was a lot of clips of people like burning MAGA hats and saying they're not MAGA anymore and apologizing and this
Marjorie
sort of thing.
Taylor Greene gave a speech in Texas yesterday where she said MAGA's dead, and everyone clapped.
Wow.
But I want to be clear. I think that there is a distinction to be made between people who are MAGA and just people who voted for Trump. I don't think that that's necessarily all the same thing.
Sure.
Right, talking of Trump, yet another Trump assassination attempt this week, of course, led to claims of conspiracy, especially since it came in the midst of renewed conspiracy theorizing about the last assassination attempt. We start with a quick look at that one and then on to the latest. Take a look.
President's been shot. Oh no. No. Either that or they're covering. We don't know. Either that or they're covering him. We love you. We love you, President Trump. We love you. We love you, President Trump. We love you. Yes. 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 We love you, President Trump. No shot.
Who is that? Who is that standing up there? I'll tell you who it is. It is a member of the Rothschild family. Who are the Rothschild family? One of the most powerful families in the world. Now, what is going on here, do you ask? You might not have seen what's going on here. This is the newest Trump alleged assassination. Everyone is running away, yet someone is standing in the background. Now, I've seen a clearer video of this where he is standing there and smiling. Look how all of these people are running this way, the soldier is looking that way, this person is just standing there, absolutely fine, absolutely dandy. If you go back to the original video of the full assassination, you will see Trump smiling before the assassination takes place.
Court filings have raised serious questions about what actually happened on the night a gunman allegedly attempted to assassinate President Donald Trump at the White House Correspondents' Association dinner. A pre-trial detention motion filed on Wednesday did not accuse the suspect, Cole Thomas Allen, of aiming at or striking the Secret Service officer, whom authorities say was shot in the chest but protected by his body armor. That clashes with earlier statements made by Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche and DC's top federal prosecutor, Jeanine Pirro, who both indicated that Allen shot the officer. While Wednesday's court filing didn't mention a Secret Service officer being shot, an affidavit filed on Monday did, but the affidavit didn't say who fired the shot. A spent cartridge was found in the suspect's shotgun, according to Wednesday's motion. The Secret Service and the Justice Department did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The suspect has agreed to remain in custody while the case moves forward.
I just want to go find.
Guys running in with guns, and they were screaming, "Get down!" I didn't get down. It was awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and it was pretty crazy, unique experience.
If you have any question whatsoever whether or not this whole thing was a psyop, watch this legitimate reaction from the actual shooting. He knows exactly what's happening. His poll numbers are fucking garbage, and he's doing it again. This is Pete Hegseth right after the assassination attempt. Total psyop. If you're buying this, you're not very bright.
Do you guys have any idea what happened in there?
Ma'am, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not that way, guys. Not that way. Not that way. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Not that way. Excuse me. Exit left, please. Keep going.
Yeah, you keep going. Where are you? Free press, please.
People are having a very hard time accepting that what we saw in Washington the other night with the attempted assassination and the shots fired was fake. Like, really struggling to accept that that wasn't real. It was all staged. And all people have to do is just look at the reaction of Donald Trump. If someone broke into your facility, you wouldn't be as calm as he was. Same as the shooting. It's staged, it's fake.
I hesitate to ask you about this, but as you know, these conspiracy theories out there on the left and the right, that the event was staged or that it didn't happen.
What, last night didn't happen?
That, that it was because it was your first time there, or that Butler didn't happen. These conspiracy theories that are gaining traction.
And this denial that people hold on to, it is every part of life. Look what we had. Joe Biden as the president for 4 years. That wasn't Joe Biden, and Joe Biden was not in control of the country for those 4 years. But yet, people go into denial. Donald Trump has always been in full control. We needed a character to come in and wake people up because it was a calamity show. Everything that Donald Trump had put in place before, where no one was paying attention, all the TDS syndrome, brings in Joe Biden, which was so much worse. People needed to see the duality. Hence, Donald Trump comes back in, and now you can see, oh, it's so much better with Trump. Yet people fight against that so much, and it's that word denial again. The ones on the left, they voted for Joe Biden, but they will not admit that they voted for Joe Biden. But Donald Trump, he's the worst one. Kamala Harris, she wasn't in control. That's a character. They're putting these people in on purpose. The cabinet with Joe Biden, it was all staged. All these trannies are now getting in these positions. It's staged, waking people up, showing the stupidity of this world. But yet, no, they just accept that.
Yeah, they released HD surveillance footage from the shooter at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I have questions. Here it is, and we're going to focus on this area up here where you're going to see him walk into that doorway. So here we go. He walks in. nonchalant. You're going to see a canine officer come in, and the dog follows him into that room. And then you'll see him pull back the dog, and then it looks like they have a conversation. Looks like he's talking to him there. And then he's finally going to turn away, and literally seconds later, he comes out armed with the shotgun. A couple things noteworthy. First, what's in his hands? I see nothing. I certainly don't see a long shotgun in his hands as he walks in there. Doesn't look like his jacket is big enough to hide it if it's in pieces. And then he had time to assemble it while this guy's literally staring through the doorway? Because I didn't see anything in his hands. This guy's just kind of chilling there. And then it's the moment he turns, he comes out with it fully assembled. And look at the size of this thing. Was that on him? Or had he stashed that there prior? And if so, how was that missed? How did no one find a firearm stashed in a room right next to security? Moving on, he will exit. He'll come sprinting through here, and you're going to see this guy fire multiple shots. There you go. There was at least 3 there. As everybody just kind of scatters and seems confused. And it's worth noting, this guy walked into a room right there, seemed to be being watched almost the whole time he was in that room, and yet somehow got his hands on a shotgun, then sprinted through here, and all of these guys missed him. None of them were paying attention except for this one officer, who then proceeds to miss him at close range. At one point, this guy's basically standing in front of him. I understand he's running, but he missed him with every shot. And also, never see his firearm go off. I don't see him shooting at him. He points toward him. But, I mean, a shotgun, even if there isn't a muzzle flash, it puts out a lot of energy when it's fired, and I don't see a shot go off. And last but certainly not least, that was not the first footage we got, remember? We initially got this super low-res garbage footage of that incident happening. Then we got a higher-res version in between this version we have now that was clearly AI slop. We knew it was AI slop because, like, that paper disappears into his chest, that paper seeming to be the metal detector, but also nothing in his hands. He's not armed in the original one we got. He's armed in the new one. And you can see this is clearly the same footage by matching what the people are doing. Also in that version, this agent is looking in a different direction and wearing a hat. See what I mean? He has a baseball cap on and he's looking the wrong way. My question is, why did we get this version? We were always going to get this in some way, shape, or form. They're always going to release this. Why did they make an AI version? And then if they're willing to make one AI version, how do we know they didn't make more than one AI version? Which then begs the question, which is real? Is him with nothing in his hands real? Or is him with the shotgun in his hands real? Is no metal detector real? Or is metal detector real? My takeaway from this is this administration is way too comfortable utilizing AI. And this just raises more questions about how inept everything had to be if this is a legitimate threat and this guy was on his own and this was not a setup, for this have all to played out this way based on what we can see with our own eyeballs.
Interesting, eh?
Seems like Trump's team are just as bad at putting together fake video footage as NASA are.
Yeah.
It's the same team as a...
Let me just do a super chat from the great Gertrude Perkins, who says, speaking of weird, anti-abortionists were protesting outside Rochester train station in England yesterday. Who knew Network Rail does abortions? That is weird.
Have you never eaten food on a British train?
So what do you reckon to all of that stuff then? It is odd, isn't it? There is some odd stuff there.
Yeah. There's some things there that are quite obviously, hilariously wrong. I mean, that guy who's like showing all the expressions of all the people around Donald Trump looking a bit shocked, and then Trump just looking there like cool. You got to remember that when if someone has a facial expression where they know everything that's going on, sometimes it's impossible to tell that from facial expression from someone who knows nothing that's going on.
Yeah,
I mean, he was being shown a card trick by one of those table magicians. Yeah, prior to it, you can see him nodding away and sort of like he didn't look like he knew what was going. There's every chance that Trump didn't have a fucking clue what was going on.
Right.
You know, I mean, the man fell over the moment he stood up. He's not ready for the Krypton factor, is he?
Apparently, he had some sort of. Well, they're not saying it's a medical emergency, but he had some sort of unscheduled medical visit today.
What is he?
Yeah, and Nancy Mace posted on Twitter, "Pray for President Trump." So I don't know what she knew that the rest of us don't, but anyway.
Pray for his early retirement, yes.
I think they're playing it down now.
Yeah, I mean, the fact there is all this, it's the same old thing, isn't it? Blurry footage, then there's clearer footage, then there's other. I mean,
I know, but it's
I want to know how you could tell that was the Rothschild guy with that picture.
Right.
Yeah. That's despite the fact him showing you that. Of course, he has seen higher definition video footage where he could see his smile.
Right, yeah. That was a good one, wasn't it, where he dropped that one in.
Obviously, I'm not going to show that here now. You just take my word for it.
And the other guy who said, people can see now how much better everything is with Trump. I don't know whether that's really a popular view.
That bloke, I mean, that was obviously a British guy because you could tell by the fact that where he was, probably seen the last couple of days. Sun's been out. Obviously, burnt himself already. He's probably suffering from minor sunstroke, like most British people do.
Right.
This time of year. But he started off sort of like saying, "Oh yeah, this assassination's fake and it's fake." Then he ends up sort of like running down Biden and stuff. It's just scattergunning everywhere, wasn't it? Really?
Right. Yeah. You can see why he liked Trump. All right, to the UK now, and we return to Epsom, which you may remember from the last show. In case you don't, the rape of a 20-year-old woman on her way home from a nightclub in Epsom was reported to police. There were said to be 4 perpetrators involved, and this immediately led to rumours about rumours that they were illegal migrants. Sorry, I've forgotten how to speak. We start with a couple of TikTokers who are very, very confident in their knowledge of the attack. Take a look.
Now it's about an hour and a half after my last video about Epsom, and I'm going to give you an update, which I can do now because it's important to do so. So it's 19th of April, around 12:30 in the morning. My whistleblower is working for the department that catches criminals. Been there a long time and has an impeccable record. We verified it all. Second part came to us with the CCTV footage, came to us with information statement, came to us with everything. Because this person was concerned that it's going to be a cover-up. I said 4 people under the age of 18, then they changed tactics, so they know. We know. Now this CCTV footage we've seen, we've viewed, and I know it's been shared with other agencies. We are sending our own team to check the angles of the cameras, the distances, we have specialist equipment. And once we've done that in the coming days, and we are confident that the CCTV camera was the one that captured it all, not just falsely, I'll release it no matter what. I won't release it if we're uncertain, because if there's any modicum of doubt, it would be unfair for those people to be shown as being the assailants, because then I would be wrong. But we will check, and I will release it if it is 100% correct. We believe the girl, because you don't make a statement like that knowing that all these cameras will be watching you, and because the police have now come out and says she was intoxicated. That means that every man or every woman who enjoys a night out and has a few drinks can say that it's okay to be raped. That's not okay. And not acceptable. Now, why I know this is getting heat now, we're starting to feel, number 10 tonight was discussing this case about me, about my evidence. Now, on one hand, I could say, I'm delighted. And I certainly won't go and, let's say, identify myself as a cat to go there and get fed. But what I will do is I want to make sure that number 10 know that everything I do with the whistleblowers will never be released to any department or person outside of my team. Confidentiality is key. Won't do it. And I believe it will be discussed in Parliament Monday, so therefore, we'll wait and see. But this is number 10 people who watch this. We will not share our information with you or anyone else with whatever the threat may come. We're confident that we'll be able to showcase this because you're using word gymnastics. A couple of other things. To the police, if you believe this girl's lying and providing you false statements, which you haven't said in your statement, you should do one of two things. Arrest her and charge her for wasting police time and government time and all of our time. Or make a statement and say, we don't think it's false, but we don't have enough evidence. It's only two things you can do. You cannot leave her out to dry. You cannot hang her out to dry, which is what you've just done. So by your word gymnastics, do one or two things. Charge her or accept and tell the public we don't have enough evidence. Then that poor girl can get help. Help because she's got in a situation where the public may be saying she's lying. And you've done that deliberately. And that's not acceptable. And if I'm as a parent, I'd be suing you. Charge her or come out and say we don't have enough evidence. That would have been a simple thing for you to do, but you didn't. So I'm going to go back on it. Let's look at my files and we will come back with this video evidence early next week. In the meantime, charge her or then say you don't have enough evidence, because then the public would really know. And you're causing more of an uprising because you're not being truthful with the public. So from my side to you, please do the right thing. And number 10, just invite me for dinner. I'll just refuse anyway. See you on the other side.
It was 4 migrants that apparently raped the 20-year-old girl in Epsom. That's what's going round. They have the CCTV. They've just spent £270,000 on HD cameras in the area where it took place. Apparently this poor lady was raped for 2 hours by 4 of them. 4. We know it was a gang one. We just have no details on who the assailants are. And everybody knows why. That diversity board.
Everybody knows why. Now, I had to include those nutters just so we can see how this stuff propagates.
Wow. He must have been telling the truth, Jim, because he's the first bloke. He had his whistleblower that worked in the department that catches criminals.
I know. What the fuck is he on about? Isn't that the police? I think we call it the police.
I thought it was. He works for the department that extinguishes unwanted fires in houses. And that also his line of logic. He said, "Oh yeah, the police are now saying she's intoxicated." Well, that sends a message to every man and woman in the UK who goes out for a drink that they think that rape is okay.
I don't know, where did you get that from? But anyway, I guess it's important to point out, even at this stage, that nothing that any of them said was true.
Right.
Okay, still in Epsom, and following on from the last protest, the racist loons were unsatisfied, so they formed a traditional English mob and rampaged through the town on the hunt for likely migrant accommodation. The protest started with a letter to the police. Take a look.
Dear Surrey Police, following our recent private meeting on Thursday, we left feeling we had more questions than answers. You also mentioned that multiple potential witnesses had been interviewed. This leads us to ask, did you not manage to get any evidence from anyone or from your house-to-house inquiries? Additionally, we are concerned that no parent, close friend or relative has come forward publicly. this raises further questions about the circumstances surrounding the case. If there is an implication that the allegation may be false, then it is reasonable to ask if action has been taken in relation to making false statements or wasting police time. Clarity on this point would help address public concern. We have also received reports from local residents. One individual living near the church described hearing a girl screaming for help, prompting them to contact the police. Another person has stated they saw a distressed young girl in A&E, reportedly saying she had been followed and ran to the church as a place of safety. These accounts, while anecdotal, add to the need for transparency. You have also stated that police patrols are being increased. If there is no ongoing risk and no confirmed incident, the reasoning behind this decision would benefit from further explanation. In your statement, you were clear that the incident was not linked to migrants or asylum seekers, yet you also indicated that there is currently no evidence of an offence. This appears...
How can you say it's not a certain group if you can't define who it is anyway? That makes no fucking sense.
You said in the meeting you've got no information.
Following the protest on Wednesday regarding lack of description and information you confirmed in Thursday's meeting, you have limited evidence or information and the victim is unable to speak or confirm ethnicity. So why was this story regarding a gang rape in a churchyard published in all major papers on the same day as the crime, with a nationwide appeal for evidence if there was no evidence to begin with? You confirmed on Thursday a crime did take place. However, you don't have enough information. We presume the girl was medically assessed. Can you clarify this publicly?
Yeah, so to be clear, we did not on Thursday confirm that a crime had taken place. We confirmed that an investigation is in progress and that the evidence recovered so far does not show evidence of the offence as it reported.
Right, so apparently there is a fucking investigation.
That was it. Evidence.
Yeah, the second part of that question related to the victim. It would not be right for the victim, I'm sure you can all agree, to discuss with you any Yes!
Huh? Joking? No, they shut it down for them. They're hiding it, yes.
What, that's where they...
That's shut down.
That's where they were?
No, that's shut down still.
So they're in there still?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm allowed to record. Can you answer the question? Is there anybody?
No. As a company, we didn't post anyone that you're looking for. Where's your name, Brad?
No. Just up there.
Well, we're looking for.
But I'm actually any Iranians or anything like that. Foreigners? Anything like that?
What's your name then?
Okay.
It's a private... Hold down a minute, let me hold down. It's a private well for migrants. This is where I'm coming from.
We do not post any migrants.
You know, no?
No.
So we don't host any migrants. We have a look. We have a look.
If you stay with us as a guest on the area, but
I'm staying as a guest.
Can I book a room?
Then you can use your key.
You know, we want to know.
You can use your key card.
Shall we have a look at the books?
I'm sorry?
You go around.
It's not this one, it's the other criminal. Van Arkin, he said he's been staying here for 2 weeks. It's not this, mate, it's the hate rain and the White House. You know the White House?
Travel Lodge. Not Premier Inn. Close. That could have been awkward. Sounds similar, right? Yeah, that could have been really awkward, couldn't it?
Only
in
England would be these potentially. I presume that's why there's zero police here. Because they're like, no one's coming there. It's next to the station.
Where are they going? Where are you going?
Hotel.
Another one? How far?
They're going that way.
Ross.
They're all going that way.
Ross.
They're all going this way.
Double or train?
Sweet.
Train. See you there, mate. Where?
Oh, that's a police car there.
He's egging him. What's he doing that for? What's he doing that for?
He's egging the police car. Police car's getting egged. There's a lovely dent in the back of that and a lot of egg. There's a lot of egg on that motor. The bus is still trying to come through. Got another officer turn up, just the one. Then we've got another 3 here, 2 there.
Mullet cunt, dirty fucking mullet cunt, lefty, fucking rapist swine cunt. Honest to God, look at you, dead face, brainwashed piece of shit. Huh? What? Huh? Let us in. We're answering our questions because you're too fucking lazy to do it. Huh? Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Lazy piece of shit. Let us in. Huh? We're doing your job for you. Let us in. Huh? We're doing your job for you. Let us in. Huh? There's more of us than you. You got to start giving us answers. Brush, you lazy piece of shit. Huh? I think you better fucking not. I am. Huh? We want them cunts out of here. Fuck the conversation. We want them out. Fuck you, protecting them. Rapists. Get them out! Get them out! Get them out!
They're having to move out the way of the eggs.
Who's got the eggs?
There's a ton of eggs. Ton of eggs going over. It's the 20th of April, Monday night. There we go. We've got 3 vans and a Volvo. We've got 3 vans and a Volvo turn up. They're going to stop in the middle of the road here by the looks of it. They're stopping in the middle of the road here, letting people out. They've got the camera crew. They've got the police camera crew. What's he doing? What's he doing? Whoa! Oh shit! Oh shit! Steady, steady, steady. We mean you no harm. Chill. 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 As we were over there with that chap, we've got some more police have formed a little line up here. So they're obviously protecting this building. They obviously feel like this building needs protecting. Oh, okay, just tell all the police. Let all the police know then. So everyone's moving. Everyone's gonna move. Everyone's moving to a different location.
That was fun, wasn't it? Miss says, belated happy birthday, Jem. Thank you very much for that super chat, and thank you, the great Gertrude Perkins, for yours. If you would like to super chat the show, please feel free, or even better than super chats, You can PayPal me using the link in the description, which I'm also posting in the chat. Are we okay? Is everyone alive?
Yeah, no, I'm just sat here stunned as an Englishman.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? There's a bit more to come of this, actually, but...
The very first bit where they got the where they had the two women with the megaphone reading out their their thing, and I don't know why they chose the two women with the least, you know.
I know, illiterate.
Oh God!
Because the first word was obviously contradictory, and the second word was ethnicity. I mean, they're not difficult, are they?
Well, if they're not on like a takeaway menu, they're probably not going to recognise them.
Yeah, she might be a product of that. That real words reading thing that they brought in the 90s. I think it was. It was trending for a while, where they, instead of teaching letter sounds and how words are formed, you just teach it's a certain number of words that are commonly used in English. And by doing this, you can really fast track reading ability. But the problem with it is, if you come across a word you don't recognise, you haven't got any way of figuring out what it says. So, if you put like the names of English villages, for instance, in front of kids that have learned through real words, they have no ability to figure out how to say the name of the village.
Worcestershire.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, why are the police withholding all this information? The identity of the suspects, ethnicity, what the crime was. Why won't they give any of that up? They know who did it. They said so.
Right. Well, we will see, because there's another clip to come.
I would say in that clip where they visited the travel lodge first, Yeah. And on the way out, they were going, "Oh, yeah, no, not travel lodge, Premier Inn." And they go, "That could have been awkward." And my mum goes, "Sounds the same."
Oh no!
Yeah. No, it's like Americans, no, not book repository, grassy knoll, not book repository. How could they sound the same?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? And of course, both of them were open to regular people, and neither of them are housing immigrants.
Right.
Which is also true of where they go next. So, having unsuccessfully hit 2 hotels, the protesters decided the criminal migrants must be staying in an HMO, a house in multiple occupation. Here's what happened next.
This is not over yet by the looks of it. There's a ton of people going down towards a different location now. I believe they're going down towards a HMO, which may or may not have migrants in.
Let's see who's really in here! Sit up, boys! There's only one fucking immigrant in there. Oh, here they come. Hey, Who are you pushing? Who are you pushing? Who are you pushing? Who are you pushing? Why are you making it? Stand there and stare at you all day, mate. They're gonna fucking
Don't know if you can see what we've got here. We've got egg here. The building's been egged. We've got egg here as well, and then we've got the blinds. We've got the blinds have been pulled out there. We've got egg on the windows there. Thank you everyone who's donated. Appreciate all of you. So it's interesting because I'm going to throw this out there, and you lot let me know what you think. 10,000 here. Let me know what you think, right? If this was some kind of group of people outside your house, do you think that they would bring this volume of police? Because I don't.
No, they won't.
I definitely don't. Now, if there was a group of people outside your house, regular house, you know, on a regular street, would they bring this volume of riot police with riot gear, shields, a lot? You've lived in that house? Yeah.
I lived in that house.
So, and was you replaced in that house, or did you move somewhere else?
3 years I lived in that house.
Right. Flipping heck. And what happened?
That was for mums and children. That house was for mums and children.
Right.
This is so wrong that they're doing this to us. For mums and children for 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
That was for mums and children.
Right.
And then it was shut down.
Yeah.
And then.
Do you still live locally or not?
Yeah, I'm local. Yeah, I was born in Epsom.
Wow. Okay. And has it been confirmed locally that that's a HMO then?
Not been confirmed.
No.
Not been confirmed.
But they wouldn't be
They
acting.
can't confirm shit, can
But
they?
no, they wouldn't. But they wouldn't. But no, there's people in. There was people. Someone standing in it earlier. Yeah.
I lived in that house.
There was definitely someone in that kitchen area earlier, on the inside.
Did you catch me shut the window?
Get back! Get your fucking hands! Get back, you fool! No, fucking fool! You're the fool! You're the fucking fool! Not fucking hide your nose! As that! You're got kids! Have you got kids? Fucking rapist protectors! Fucking rapist protectors! Fucking rapist protectors!
Yeah, the only bit in the crowd about the 4 people who's committed rape against the woman.
No, 7 guys. There's actual CCTV footage of it.
Yeah, I know.
7 guys raped that girl. Stop. 7 guys raped that girl, and they're doing nothing about it. Nothing. They're saying they've got no evidence.
This is an update in relation to a report of a rape in Epsom, which we received in the early hours of Saturday, the 11th of April. A thorough investigation, including an extensive examination of CCTV footage of the woman's movements, house-to-house inquiries, interviewing witnesses and forensic tests, has been carried out. Through this examination of all evidence, we can conclude that no sexual offence occurred on this occasion, and we are closing the investigation. What has become clear is that a woman in her 20s, during a night out in Epsom, sustained an accidental head injury prior to making a confused report. The woman involved has given us permission to share this information with you, and she continues to be supported by relevant services. To be clear, we take every report of sexual offending seriously, and any such report is treated with sensitivity. To do this, it is imperative that the appropriate time is allowed to complete a thorough investigation, and support is given to the complainant to progress inquiries at their own pace. This limits what information we are able to release publicly. At the start of this investigation, we issued an appeal for any witnesses or information that could help us progress our inquiries and identify any potential suspects. There was a lack of information in our initial appeal, particularly regarding potential persons of interest. This was because the descriptions given were vague and limited. We recognise this caused concern amongst the community. We are now confident that there was no offence and there were no suspects. Our local officers will maintain a visible presence in Epsom over the coming days, so please speak to them if you have any questions or concerns.
And that is the end of that. Nothing happened, and all of that excitement was all for nothing.
I mean, I can only assume from that the girl or the woman in question has spoken to her legal team, who've told her, tell him you were in a mentally compromised state and fantasized it all.
Right.
Otherwise, if you don't do that, you're going to end up in prison for giving false. She's, there's every chance that she's someone suffering from mental illness who's hurt their head and made it all up. And there's every chance she's just a racist piece of shit who thought she'd make up a story in her area.
Right. I think she came back. She'd had a few to drink. God knows who knows what else she'd taken. She got on social media, which I'm going to blame again for this. And she got in her little bubble, and she said something, and it grew from that. I think that's what happened.
She's been told by her lawyers, like you say, the fact that she's saying, her representative saying, that she sustained a head injury. That sounds to me like that's the police just sitting there thinking, there's nothing we can do now.
Right.
Yeah, how do you know they won't return on May 16th?
Wow.
Well, they'll all be in London on May the 16th.
Right.
It's fucking disgraceful. What's most fucking disgraceful amongst a set of fucking disgraceful things is she's going to get away with it.
Yeah, and also I should point out that last place that they attacked was actually a home for, I think, for vulnerable women. I mean, people have said various things about it, but I think it's basically a battered wives shelter, effectively. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
But obviously they can't announce that publicly because those places are supposed to be secret, aren't they? The addresses of those places, they're not supposed to publicise. So then people have said it's a place for vulnerable adults. But whatever it was not for migrants. There were no migrants in Epsom. There were just none.
Is there anything more disgustingly poetic than a group of men ripping blinds out and trying to smash the shit out of a vulnerable women's centre?
I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It just, and the other guy in the first clip, let us in! Let us in! I mean, what? What's it the police are going to do? Oh, yeah, all right, then just go and wreck the hotel. We'll stand here. We support you.
Look, that's what our government did on Jan 6, okay? Follow our lead.
Just completely mad, these people, just crazy.
Other thing as well, middle of the week, all just wandering around, jobless, aimless, drinking in the streets.
And a lot of kids attach themselves to these protests as well.
You can see them there, couldn't you? Run that with eggs and stuff.
Gives them the opportunity. Gives them the opportunity to be lawless, doesn't it? While they're in a crowd.
Yeah, a bunch of overly earringed, cackling hags. Yeah, a group of feral children and a group of middle-aged, probably ex-football hooligans, basically getting all the jugglers in the neck flared up on 3 cans of fucking daily cider, shouting at police at close quarters.
Right.
Welcome to Britain.
Yeah, unbelievable, really.
Sounds like Schlitzie.
That's exactly the sort of thing that I can imagine Schlitzig's family doing. Apparently.
All right then. On a lighter note, light languages are trending on TikTok. Take a look.
Ena amakara a e ke turu urumara ase. Me ke tiu mana ara a de e te kubu ama a. Me ka turu uma a de ia ala a de e te a. Ki mai nei kai soi kui tai sai te mai sai te usuyu kui a sai. Reki tiu kui o mai te tai sai kai sama kui sui te si tai sai kui sui kui sai te sai. Kauna nakata ko pak. Pakatikutuku pakataka makataka tukutuku pakataka makataka tukutuku pakataka tukutuku. ya tu suru li ta sari kara turu suru kila tra kasiko tu lumene ya sari ya turu suru kuria trasi ya takasu le kiti uru suru ti ara mele ti uru suru ti sakti uru suru rusu kima kana mena uma ina makia la kelia mikia meketia kuluma kia sikate mikia kamale kulumani ya se mekati kokuma ne kate mene ya ase kia mate ya Magnum meaning ni man mangini inama no adika mukumagika munda di kumuna amenne di kumunde kamangam. Oh, ama en kumkwai mang mungkin ti ang numangi ngumakadenu me me kamu Kukumiki Ria, I'm a starseed and light language activator. You will find more materials on my profile, including a light language library with longer samples and more explanations about all these different energies and languages. Give me a follow if you're interested in light language.
There are two different groups of souls. You have the Earth souls and then the starseed souls, so the star souls, souls that came from other planets. And in the star souls, you could split that category again, and you've got the angelic souls and the intergalactic souls. The intergalactic souls are from other star systems, and the angelic souls are from higher dimensions, meaning like 10 to 13D. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so the Earth souls, their souls are designed to be able to incarnate on Earth, to live the human experience in a physical body. That's what their souls were made for. But they are still being affected by all these changes that have happened over the last probably like million years, with this whole matrix system where their DNA got stripped from 12 strand down to 2 strand. You know how we've got 2 strand DNA? That's not the original DNA. And they're also being affected by the amnesia. They're coming onto Earth thinking that this is the first time they've ever been born, and when they die it's going to be the end of their life, the end of their soul's existence. So yeah, you've got the Earth souls and then onto the starseed souls. Starseeds are souls that have come down onto Earth, come from their higher dimensions, their other star systems that have already been completed and are in harmony. They've come from these places to come to Earth. The reason that they've come to Earth is to help move from 3D to 5D, to help the shift and to also just have the experience, because this is a wild experience down here. But most of the starseeds that you are seeing now, most of the people you see are waking up now are starseeds, and the reason that they're here is to help wake the sheeple up. And the sheeple are the Earth souls that are just following the media, and all the government's plans are working to distract them. So yeah, and then you've got angelic souls. Angelic souls are souls that come from higher dimensions. So we're in the 3rd dimension, we're down here. And you've got the 5th dimension, which Earth is slowly shifting into. Then after that, you've got 6, 7, 8, 9. When it gets to about 10, 12, and 13, they are angelic souls. These are like the highest realm of souls. And a few do incarnate on Earth, but these are the ones that find it really, really hard to be able to fit in. But yeah, I hope this helps and explains a bit more about our souls and where they come from.
3 signs you're from the Pleiades. Pay attention. First, you've always felt homesick for a place you can't name. You look at the stars and feel longing, like you're remembering something just out of reach. Second, you're obsessed with harmony and beauty. Conflict drains you. You came here to raise frequency, not fight. Pleiadians are healers, creators, peacekeepers. Third, you feel everything. Other people's emotions, energy and rooms, the planet's pain. You're not too sensitive. You're designed that way. If all three resonate, you're likely Pleiadian. Say yes if this is you. We see you, Star Family.
Yak mokt uniakata no eki maha no eki anayak moiki aha nak moiki aha nakt uniaka maha yasaka uniaka maha no eki moho yaka maha yaka na hutniaka no naha no ke mokuniaka na to.
So everyone keeps asking, do you have a boyfriend? You're beautiful.
Thank you. No, I don't. I've been single for over 3,000 years. I've had my fun. I've moved on to other things.
3,000?
He's actually able to explore his own language, which is really beautiful. He was saying to me the other day, he goes, kapaka, kapaka.
Oh.
I was meditating on it, and it's actually a light language.
What do you mean by a light language?
Was high frequency. So he's actually speaking Arcturian language, which he's channeling from another planet. And this is coming through in his physical form to create healing for other people. I knew he was incredibly high frequency, but I didn't realise that he was actually speaking light language. So I actually think, I don't want to get my ego involved, but I actually wonder if Austin is an ascended master. I actually think he might be Buddha.
This is a Princess Diana channeling. Am I allowed opening her records? Yes, I have permission. Princess Diana was a starseed. She was a very high vibrational soul from the 12th dimension. She had a very deep connection to Lady Venus and to Lady Portia. She had a golden aura. She was an incarnated angel. She was a starseed from Venus. Her job was spreading unconditional love. She belonged to the Emerald Order. She taught the Yeshua teachings. She had a very wide open heart, and she worked with the Divine Mother's energy. She was very linked to Sophia Christ. She continued with the work of many starseeds, and there were many starseeds before. She had a job telling us what true love is. What is unconditional love? What does it mean to be a real queen? Yes, she is safe at home. She's not here on earth with us any longer, no. She's back home. Her mission was completed because she had a very bright and a golden aura. Many people were sad and they felt the deep loss in their hearts because she was an incarnated angel. She is safe. She's at home. She's doing great on the other side. Princess Diana will not incarnate on Earth again.
Oh, well, that's a disappointment.
Oh, God.
You know, I reckon I reckon I can speak that language after a bottle of whiskey as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or before, probably.
It sounds like you. I mean,
I am Australian.
It sounds like someone's tongue's been fucked by a bullfrog, basically. I mean, as I was listening to those 13, I could imagine you could play them, you know, in the high street, and somebody go, "I can't fucking believe it. No one around here speaks fucking English anymore."
It's fascinating that all those languages, all of them, don't seem to have more than 4 or 5 sounds to them.
Right.
Exactly.
I noticed that. Yeah, they repeat the sounds a lot, didn't she? That one at the start.
Yeah. Doesn't it remind you of Johnny B then?
The thing is, as well,
I'll tell you that a famous starseed is Jacob Chansley. Anyone remember him? The QAnon shaman.
Oh yeah.
You know the guy January the 6th that wears the
bison horns or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he claimed to be a starseed.
And this was yet another example of the continuing cultural thing where everybody on the internet uses the word frequency, and none of them have got a fucking clue what it means.
Right.
Oh, if you think you're speaking in higher frequencies, yeah, that means the pitch is raised, yeah. If you're just saying flaka laka laka, those are the frequencies which I'm using right now.
Right. Yeah.
You dopey fucking bastards. I mean, you watch this, and so that montage there, I was watching it thinking, yeah, come on, Skynet, get on with it, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, it did drag on a bit, that clip, didn't it?
Oh my god, no! Just if that's there was nothing comparable to this 25 years ago. You couldn't go that guy who's gone on about star seeds and stuff in the car, and all there's the angelic seeds and the galactic seeds. That was a simulation of the only way you could possibly get that in the 1990s is when you were too drunk to move in a polytechnic party kitchen. And that sort of bloke would approach you, and you'd have to listen to it. Yeah,
right,
you always get those kind of lentil bashes then. But nowadays, of course, you just got it's only a button push away.
Yeah, that's the
what about
thing.
the good
And
news?
relentless, frankly.
What about the good news to take away from this? They've got that therapy, rejuvenation therapy testing coming up. I think starting trials this month, and I've heard that is going to restore our original 12-stranded DNA.
Oh, that'll be good.
Nice.
Is it administered? Is it administered via medbed?
Absolutely. The only way.
Hey, to make these star seeds grow, what sort of fertilizer do you reckon we need? Or are they providing their own fertilizer?
I think maybe LSD, other psychedelics.
Bullshit. Pure bullshit. That's the best fertilizer.
Pure bullshit, yeah.
Yeah.
All right then, still with the aliens, Witsit is predicting an incoming alien psyop, and this requires that he tells us all about gravity being fake. Take a look.
Okay, so the stream tonight is about, I'm sure you guys may have seen, I don't know, but you have all these scientists coming up missing. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's like all these scientists that work at NASA or, in the UFO circles, and they're all just like mysteriously vanishing, dying, getting killed, committing suicide, all this stuff. I titled the stream Incoming Alien PSYOP, because that's what I think this clearly is. So I'll just start showing you if you guys don't know. Bro, it's just so crazy. It's so crazy. So I did a stream a while back, and I was like, the aliens are coming in 2027. Are you ready? And because like all this predictive programming about 2027, and it looks like that may actually be what they do. They might try to pull out a blue beam type psyop in 2027. Who knows? So all these scientists are coming up missing. Look, if you're new to this channel, I'm about to break this down for you. Okay, so you're not going to hear the proper take on this almost anywhere else, which is one of the reasons I felt like I had to come back online. And I say that as humbly as possible, and that probably sounds like super arrogant. No, it's not like I'm the only one that knows any of this stuff, but it's just almost anyone with any type of presence online just doesn't. It's just so annoying. Okay, first of all, mainstream news is run by the CIA. Just straight up, that is the CIA. That video we just watched was the CIA. You don't watch the mainstream news and not get CIA talking points, because that's what mainstream news is. Provably, undeniably, verifiably declassified, right? Operation Mockingbird, they have CIA liaisons all throughout. By the way, dude, I tried to change the camera for you guys that are pissed that I don't look at the camera. There is no way to fix that at the moment, so bear with the brother. All right. They have liaisons all throughout every facet of mainstream media. Fox News, CNN, MSNBC. That's all the CIA. Just straight up. Straight up. Now, we could argue about how much do the companies know about it. Does the CIA like train people undercover, kind of get them the jobs with connections, whatever. Obviously, they are pretty in bed together because they're writing the scripts daily. It is the CIA. If something's on the mainstream news, this is all over the mainstream news. So someone that's just eating up this scientist disappearing story, you gotta chill, okay? Not saying that they're not disappearing, whatever. I'm just saying you gotta understand that you're being intentionally shown that story because they are manipulating you. Okay. Next thing, because you will hear that outside of channels like this, but what you're not going to hear is any of the proper application or interpretations of some of the phenomena that's being discussed. For example, we're going to start watching some videos and there's going to be discussions about anti-gravity. Okay. What is gravity? What is gravity, right? And we won't turn this into a falsification of like mainstream gravity, but long story short, right? When people say gravity, they don't really, the average person doesn't even know what it means. You got like, if you ask the general public what gravity is, they'll say mass attracting mass, which is archaic. That's Newtonian gravity, which is not even, claimed. It hasn't been claimed for over a century, right? And that basically claims that gravity is an innate property of matter. Dumb. Although more accurate than some things that are claimed within relativity, but also relativity is more accurate in terms of the interaction within the medium. And then they claim now that gravity is the effect of the bending and warping of space-time, some 4D space geometry, basically like a fabric that's physical, not actual, but it's not actual, but it has physical properties as if it was actual. And just a reification fallacy attributes physical properties to space and time. Space is nothingness. Time is just a quantification methodology. So it's stupid, long story short. Okay, we've thoroughly debunked relativity on this channel. If you look back to some older content, theory of relativity, it's known within mainstream physics that it's wrong. Now that's the important part here. Okay, if you're talking about these quote unquote scientists that are working on these different technologies or whatever, they know relativity is wrong. It's been known relativity is wrong for a long time. You can go to like 1955 Vera Rubin, the discovery of dark matter, all the way back with Fritz Zwicky in the early 1900s, where they look at the Coma cluster, a cluster of galaxies, and relativity said there's a certain amount of mass that should be there, and only 1% of that mass was there. It was off by 99%. So instead of being like, oh, clearly our theory that predicted 100% of mass and only 1% of it's there, so it can't be right, so it's wrong, let's throw it out. They're like, oh, there must be 99% of invisible mass that acts just like mass, but it's not there. We can't detect it, can't see it, can't find it because we're still right, even though we were wrong by 99%. That actually happened. That was over a century ago. People still claim it's real. Can't even make it up. It's actually stupid. So anyway, so relativity is completely wrong. This is where you get the idea of dark matter. Something like 80% of all matter in the universe is allegedly dark matter. Dark is a fancy way of saying they can't see it. Doesn't interact with the electromagnetic spectrum. It's not a fancy way of saying it. It's just a way of saying that they can't see it. So dark meaning that they don't know what it is. They have no evidence of it. It just has to be there if their theory is going to not be falsified. Okay, so you got people. Now you have like different versions of quantum gravity that are being proposed. You have modified Newtonian dynamics. None of those theories will ever work because they're still based on the presupposition of proportionate mass, right? So very simply, it's like the amount of matter you have that dictates how much gravity you have, and that is not correct. And so any theory that assumes that is automatically going to be wrong. This is where you get the major discrepancies, right? They're like, they look into space, the sky, they claim or they think that something's a certain distance away, thus a certain luminosity and a certain size. And so they're like, okay, there has to be this much gravity if there's that much mass there, right? So if something's said big, it has set amount of gravity, right? Proportionate to mass. Gravity is proportionate to mass. That's incorrect. So when they start looking at the stuff that goes on in the sky, which by the way, stuff does go on in the sky and it's wild, it doesn't ever match, right? Like something that's rotating, it's like the amount of force that would be required to rotate something that big. And they're claiming the size doesn't matter. It's just the point is that the ratios don't work. It doesn't matter if the galaxies the rotational galaxies, for example, if they were way smaller, it wouldn't matter, right? It still would be wrong based on the proportions. It can't be proportionate mass. Okay. It's not though. And this stream is not going to be just about this, but it's like if you have two magnets that are this size right here, right? One of the magnets can be 1,000 times stronger than the other one, but they're the exact same size. exact same shape, exact same amount of matter, the same exact mass, one of them can be 1,000 times stronger than the other one because it's just based on the coherency of the magnetic field, right? It's how strong the magnet is. In simple terms, it doesn't matter how big it is. You can have a magnet that's this big be weaker than a magnet that's this big because it's not just based on mass. So now you might ask yourself, well, why wouldn't they just consider magnetism? And then what most people will think is, bruh, you have no idea what you're talking about. Obviously, we know it's not magnetism. No, you don't, actually. Like, you can replicate every single galactic like formation that we see in a lab with plasma and magnetism.
Oh, I got so bored of that, I forgot where the end was. Anyway, any thoughts?
He
Anyone?
he makes a good point if it made any sense.
He hasn't changed, is he, the slightest?
He just it's just an act, really, isn't it? It's a sort of a, this is what a clever person would sound like act.
He spends his entire lifetime weaving in that of documents and paperwork of a whole smorgasbord of people who understand the vastness and the all around and every directionness of the galaxy and trying to work out ways where they can't work out why this force doesn't run that force. Yeah, and at the same time he's going, well, look, these two people disagree about galactic drifts, in the arms of a spiral galaxy, blah 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 blah. Therefore, we're on a flat thing with a glass cake dome over the top.
Right.
I mean, we've got to ignore the fact that he's talking about a little squabble between intellectuals in the distance, and it has to pretend that everything in between his ass hatchery and that has to be just ignored.
Right.
Just so fucking frustrating.
I saw this video from this physicist once talking about how she regularly gets letters from various nuts that always, as she was saying, they always want to overthrow all of known physics. They never come along and go, look, there's some particular problem that exists in physics. Never come along and say, look, I've got my theory provides a solution to this problem. It's always, no, everything's wrong and my idea's right. You know what I mean? And
it's you got to use my parameters then I can show you I'm right.
Right.
I've always maintained there's three levels of idiocy. There's the idiots who think they can overthrow all of history, yeah,
right,
and even normal people on a Sunday afternoon can drift into that, if they're not careful about them being their self-indulgences, yeah, right, and that takes you a certain way on the strata. Then you've got that big chunk in the middle who don't like biology or physics. Normally, chemistry is the last one. If you want to overthrow chemistry, you're far more of a nut job than this, yeah, right? And of course, at the very top, you've got the creme de la creme of fucking psychotic idiots who want to overthrow maths, and that's pretty much the spectrum of overthrowment. And of course, Wit sits in that big chunk in the middle.
Yep. Right, more from Witsit now, and he tells us what a genius he is.
Okay, anyway, so my point with all of this is these people, they operate within like a very philosophically, thus physically bankrupt framework of physics. Okay? So then you have the geniuses, and when I was younger, they made me take a test, and then they told me that I had like borderline photographic memory or whatever. And then I got a little older, and they make you take like the military test, the ASVAB or whatever, and then they pull me aside and they want to get you to come, and they make you all these promises that you'll like be fast tracked or they'll put you in special places. And I was not interested in that in any way. Best decision I ever made, obviously, but my point is that they do that with people that they think maybe will have some type of aptitude based on the testing. And then they take the brightest minds and they throw them over here in a classified environment. and then they take all their IP and all their discoveries, right? All their intellectual property, everything that they figure out just becomes the government's. It does look like they are ready to start conditioning the public for whatever the new paradigm is that they're going to roll out. And there's no doubt that they are lulling everyone to sleep. They're implementing like this super advanced surveillance system. They're giving people different versions of AI that are no doubt much more limited than what they've had for a long time. And so they're getting people used to AI while we're just getting used to more and more invasive procedures of surveillance, right? And so that's being ushered in while everyone's kind of asleep. But they are going to make a giant transition. Now, what would be crazy is what I predicted back in the day is that Trump will usher in like the new age, right? And he obviously still has a good amount of time to do that. What would you need to like really usher in a totally new system? You need some event that causes people to like put their differences aside, something that's like, okay, this is do or die, like this is life or death, right? We have to focus on this. This becomes like the priority, or something that's so compelling, so convincing that everyone, or so captivating that everyone just, boom, your attention goes there. Tell us what we need to know. And that's why many of us have always suspected that we will eventually get hit with some type of alien psyop, right? Because it's literally the perfect story, the cover story to get us to shift over to a new world order. And, you know, COVID was a lot like that. It's like, well, everyone breathes the air and suddenly what keeps you alive is going to kill you or whatever. So everyone can get sick. Everyone can die. So that was a thing that like kind of got everyone on the same page and got everyone, you know, focusing on the same problem, and thus guided everyone through the same solutions, ostensible solutions, right? So that's what I would say the end goal is pretty clearly. Now, this is the part that's pretty crazy, right? I would be amazed if some person working at NASA actually knew what was going on. But I wouldn't be amazed if in 2026, someone that's working on classified information within physics or say electrical field theory, whatever, that they were figuring things out and they just can't say anything. And they're figuring things out. It's all actually pretty simple, right? Like if there's an ether, there's the Earth's not moving. If people can't assume or accept that the Earth isn't moving, then they'll be very limited in their interpretation because they're going to try to come up with some type of ether where the Earth can still be moving. And then you have to reconcile Michelson-Morley, Michelson-Gale-Pearson. You can't do that. That's literally impossible. And so you would just be stagnant there. And so I don't know how that works, bro, because I'm not in some classified, you know, project within the government. I don't know if it's just like they've accepted that the Earth's not moving, or if they actually just have a bunch of people that are super limited that would be seemingly very incompetent and not very smart. I can see it kind of just being known that the Earth doesn't move, and then you move forward with the ether physics, right? In classified operations. Okay, so here are the facts, right? The evidence showed that the Earth's not moving. You've proven it with extremely precise interferometry measurements and like 1,000 other things. The models that are proposed have been falsified. They simply don't work, right? They're fundamentally illogical and fallacious and can be dismissed on their face as such, such as relativity being a reification fallacy. Even beyond that, in practice, in application, they don't work. They're like awful. They're like laughably bad. Relativity is so laughably wrong on all scales. It's actually just insane that people still think it's true, much less are arrogant about it. That's just the situation. So the actual evidence has shown us that there's a background medium, an ether. That means the Earth's not moving. Okay. And I don't know how they're going to pull off. I think this is why they're kind of stuck, right? Like, how could they tell people there was an ether without saying the Earth's not moving? But now let's be real. That assumes that like the public would be informed and understand what I'm talking about right now. Like understand the history of Michelson-Morley. And of course they don't, bro. Of course they don't, you know? It's just like, oh, look, David Wilcock talked about ancient aliens and UFOs, and they're taking them out because they knew the truth and they know about UFOs and anti-gravity, and, you know, the universe is so big, there are some aliens and they're trying to hide it and blah, blah, blah. And all of that is lame nonsense. It isn't real. And this is when knowing the truth about a lot of the deceptions about the world and where we live and how it actually works, it equips you to see right through this deception. Now, I will say, if you look at it from like a scriptural lens, you know, that's not the requirement to see through it. It says a lot of people will still be deceived. So, you know, who knows where like this idea of UFO disclosure, aliens, Project Bluebeam, anything like that falls into the ultimate grand deception. That would be a good question, I guess. I think it's all a psyop. I think it's all a psyop, right? Now, I'm not saying they're not really killing these people. I'm not saying people aren't coming up missing. Maybe they are. Maybe some of them are and some of them are not. It doesn't really matter, right? Like, I don't know how in the know they are. I know that they're definitely not above just killing these people. But I think they're tactically taking certain people out to guide what people think that they're covering up. And that would be very intelligent way to do that, right? It would be take out selective people. So then people will think, oh, that person must have been onto something. That person must have been revealing information that they don't want us to know. That person must be right. And then they'll start to put the pieces together and we're going to look through it. And clearly the story you end up with is like anti-gravity, aliens, interdimensional beings. There's like this overlap of claims of time travel that come out a lot. It is all just it's just a psyop, bro. Like they're setting up a pretty big deception, in my opinion. No, I do not believe, it's not even on the table for me that these people just like were on the right path and they're all getting taken out. And then the government was just like, oh yeah, that is sketchy. Let's look into it. Like, let's pump it all over the mainstream news so every normie knows about it. No, that's not how that works at all.
Okay. As soon as I heard he was tested as a child, it all made sense.
Yeah. Oh dear. I don't know. He doesn't come across as genius, does he? He just doesn't.
Well, I'll be courteous. Okay, right. There's every possibility. Yeah, there is every possibility that it was recognised as a child as having a reasonably good memory retentive ability. Yeah, that's possible, and that's borne out in a lot of the time when you can see when he doesn't make it. Whenever you see him debating or talking, he doesn't make any attempt when he's not reading. In other words, because you can see he usually puts his information screen up high. Right. When he's in a debate and he's not reading and he looks directly at the camera, you can tell he takes an awful lot of stuff at the top of his head, both biblical and in all this bullshit rhetoric that he fires off. So he could actually be someone who's got what they call high superior autobiographical memory kind of stuff. There's no real photographic memory in people. It's bollocks.
Right.
But, and notwithstanding, that doesn't mean say that he isn't an irreligious arsehat who's got no critical thinking skills at the same time. You're not a genius because you can remember lots of things. That's not what it means. And if he thinks that's what it means, then clearly he's not a genius.
Right, like Nathan Thompson thinks that, doesn't he? He thinks that.
It's ridiculous.
Why did he take ASVAB? The Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Board, I think. Why would he be taking ASVAB? Does he have any military history at all?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He made it sound like they sort of got everyone to take it and look for the best sort of thing.
I don't think it works that way. But one thing that I am pretty certain of, so you guys think that he's just like, well, I think he's setting himself up for an insanity plea in the future. That's what he's doing.
Maybe.
I do think it's a bit creepy that he's got some of his followers messaging him saying, "No, I need you to be looking directly at me, Witzer. I need you to be looking directly at me. It's not going to work otherwise." That's a bit fucking weird, isn't it? I'm sorry. That's not why. Whenever I'm online listening to someone talking, that's the last thing I demand of them, frankly.
All right, to TikTok now. Hang on, am I on the right one? Oh, yeah, I am. To TikTok now, and a collection of flat Earth silliness. Enjoy.
By now, I think a lot of you have seen the video that NASA released from a phone view of the moon. One of the astronauts recorded when they were by the moon. They're trying to make it more believable, guys. I mean, they are trying their hardest to make it more believable. They're trying their hardest to get people to believe it because a lot of people are actually smart and have a brain and realize that this whole thing is fake. Okay, you know, people actually have common sense, like me and a lot of other people have common sense, and we don't fall for the government's lies. We don't fall for NASA's lies. We don't fall for that. We know the truth. We know what the truth is, and we don't give in to the fake BS. So a lot of y'all need to start realizing that, because what NASA's trying to do right now is they're trying to make it even deeper. They're trying to broaden the lie. They're trying to make the lie even bigger. Stop falling for it. They're releasing all these videos and stuff to make it, it's all AI, it's all fake. It's all AI, it's all green screen. So stop falling for it. It shouldn't be that hard of a concept to understand, guys. Please stop falling for this. I mean, it is just truly remarkable that some of y'all are actually believing this, still believing this in the year 2026. Please stop.
Well, would you look at that, y'all? Apollo 8, December 24th, 1968. Take a look at the clouds right there. And then over here, Artemis 2, April 6th, 2026. Uh-oh, NASA. Did you forget to move the clouds? They didn't change? What, 58 years, something like that? And they didn't. The clouds are in the exact same formation. 58 years later. Uh-oh, NASA, you got some splaining to do.
NASA warning, watch.
Integrity splashdown, sending post-landing command now. Splashdown confirmed.
Copy splashdown, waiting on DLDR.
As I start to do more and more research on going to the moon, landing on the moon, and coming back to Earth, this doesn't make any sense. I decided to look up how fast a spaceship is going entering the Earth atmosphere. According to Google, it says 17,000 miles all the way up to 25,000. You're telling me a human can withstand that type of speed? There are way too many questions for me to believe we actually, as humans, landed on a moon. It's mind-blowing to me how a spaceship can withstand that, and even a human can withstand that type of speed. Now, the other question I'm trying to figure out is, how does a spaceship slow down because of gravity? If we are entering the Earth atmosphere at 25,000 miles, won't gravity make us go faster? I need some answers here because this doesn't make any sense to me. Share this information with as many people as possible. Let them know the truth.
Please tell me we're not doing this. Please, for the love of God, tell me we're not this stupid. You see this woman here? She's the woman who was the downed U.S. pilot who was speaking out, and here getting a pat on the back from Mr. T. I just want to know, was she rescued before or after she made her food drop to him? This is not a joke. This is the world we're living in. And here she is from July of 2025 at the House Ways and Means Committee in Las Vegas. Central casting at its finest. They're trying to force everyone into a fake reality and make you believe all of this. Please wake up if you're not awake. Please, can we all get this over with?
Actor not Reed Wiseman just posted this video to his Instagram that's clearly AI slop. I've seen 100 AI videos that look exactly like this. Why do you think that he doesn't pan the camera around to show the rest of the crew inside the capsule? It's always a fixed angle on the window, showing outside and showing a still image. They want to see how many people they can fool into believing they're AI, probably so that they could use it against us to fake an alien invasion or something else. Why do you think that we went back to the moon in the same era that we developed AI, that people can barely decipher if what they're seeing is real or not? And remember, you guys, they always have technology that's more advanced than what they give us. So the AI that they use is probably better than the AI that we use. So don't fall for the lies of NASA or these astronauts, you guys.
Hey, NASA, if you're not lying about this, then let me just take the Artemis 2 capsule and put it in this right here. Yeah, that's cooler than what you just went through. That's colder. So if you could do this, then you easily can get dunked into this for about 5-10 minutes. Let's put it to the test. Let's put the Artemis 2 metal heat shield to the test. Let's put it in there for 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Why not? Let's see what happens.
So is this what we watched the day of takeoff on April 1st? Because if it was, I have a question for you guys. Where's the shuttle at? Were they sitting up here at the tip? Because if I'm on this, wouldn't it like overheat? Doesn't this whole spaceship get hot? And I know you see it. It basically has a circle around it. Those are the so-called 4 astronauts that were on this rocket. That this rocket, mind you, never came back. You saw it take off, but you never saw it come back. Why is that? So the astronauts and NASA want you to believe that 4 people, including 1 black astronaut, took this to the moon. When you sat there and watched that damn rocket go like this, and go like that, and disappear. So America, when will the lying stop? Because we've never ever been to the moon. According to this right here. No man has ever gone to the moon. So why would we believe it now?
I'm wondering what you guys think is the reason they're allowing us to share things that they would ban us for. Because before they wouldn't allow us to talk about the COVID vaccines or Bill Gates or NASA and the glitches and when everyone went to the moon and all this stuff that they're allowing us to talk about, where before, even chemtrails, like they wouldn't even allow that. And now they're not only allowing it, they're letting us share and comment and post about it. And I have to say, my brother told me, Rachel, you don't come from this reality. No one shares your thoughts and opinions. It's another way to gaslight you into believing that you're alone and you're crazy. But for some reason, there's 3.1 million views right now on the glitches that I outed about the latest mission to the Artemis, right? Although they really didn't like the fact that I outed one of the astronauts was in the movie Mad Max and has an IMDb profile, but that's beside the point. Most of the shit that we were put in Facebook jail, which I felt like was just a precursor for like thought crimes, like Minority Report, hashtag 2026. But do you think that maybe, because my theory is, they're allowing you to out yourself as dude, I'm already on the list, but for people now that are allowed to talk about like chemtrails or Bill Gates and all this shit that they would put us in Facebook jail or delete us. Like, I lost my entire career because I just spoke honestly about what I thought was happening with the COVID pandemic, which turned out to be right, and they softly, quietly gave us all our YouTube channels back, which is really weird as well, because I feel like they're just allowing you to out yourself. They've got surveillance now where they know you're creating your own comments and sharing, so it's gonna be really easy for them to find out who are the dissenters, and because there's no other way or reason I feel like they're doing it. I'm okay, I'm on a list and no weapon formed against me can harm me, but what do you think?
If you believe in the globe model, this is what you believe. According to physics, it's impossible to have a pressurized system beside a vacuum without a barrier separating them. There is, however, one exception. In the globe model, the Earth, which is a pressurized system, is said to be floating in a vacuum, yet there is no physical barrier separating them. The atmosphere is theorized to be held firmly to the Earth because of something they call gravity. What is gravity? According to general relativity, gravity is a curvature of space-time. In other words, something that we can't see and cannot be proven to exist bends like a bowling ball on a trampoline, thereby causing large bodies of matter to become trapped inside these gravity wells. How this is responsible for defying the laws of physics, nobody knows. Yet, there are complicated mathematical equations that are used to lend credence to this theory. So, in other words, if you believe in the globe model, you defy the laws of physics by believing that a pressurized system can exist beside a vacuum without a physical barrier. Yeah. And you have no proof that this even is possible.
Oh, it ended. They keep taking me by surprise tonight. Anyway.
Jim, they're coming from so many angles of stupid, it's just almost overwhelming.
Lots of Artemis 2 stuff still around.
I feel silly now that I knew the truth. How could I have been so stupid?
I mean, that first guy just begged, didn't he? I mean, he didn't have an argument. He just begged. Please stop believing this.
Yeah, that was good enough, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah.
That should be enough for most people. I mean, there was so much. I mean, how can we withstand that kind of speed? I mean, Jesus Christ, people don't understand what.
Oh, that was great.
Acceleration. I mean, where can you go with that?
Remember when cars came in?
Yeah.
Well, there's the guy that said, NASA, you got some splaining to do. Well, he'd just got a fake picture that someone had done, or maybe he had done. You know, the one he was saying, the clouds are the same as they were in 1969.
I know, yeah, exactly.
That picture of Earth was taken from Earthrise and then stuck on the... It may have even been a picture from 1969, actually. I mean, I didn't get a good look at it.
Right, and things like, how does a spaceship slow down?
I know.
I wonder where all the energy goes. I'm trying to work out what happens, because it goes in at several, like 17,000 miles an hour, and it goes to the atmosphere, and all the energy's gone. But I've reevaluated I can't work out where the energy's going. I've got no idea where it's going.
Yeah, wouldn't it be affected by gravity though as well?
Should be going faster. But don't they have air brakes?
It says yeah, and of course people like saying well, this is capable of 70. Why don't we just dip it in a volcano? Come on, let's just dip it in a volcano.
Oh no, they're so entitled, aren't they?
I tell you what, I bet you NASA won't dip it in a volcano. We all know why, don't we? Because they don't want to know the truth. Because the first thing they do to demonstrate to us on the line that this actually can withstand its temperatures is obviously dip it in a fucking volcano.
Obviously, that's where you'd go, straight to your nearest volcano. Now, what's next? Sorry, I've got a chocolate milkshake that I've been in the freezer for a couple of days and I'm sort of defrosting it on the fly. Some flat earth racism now, reported to you by Vlad of the Ironworks 92,000 channel.
Just because of what they are, what they came out as. I came out as a brother. You know what I'm saying? And I got people that don't like me and people that look like me that they don't like. Don't y'all think that's a problem? This isn't Vladimir making something up. This isn't Vladimir making problems or making trouble. Don't you feel that that's a problem? That people don't like a flat earther because he's this? Now, if it's because I cuss too much or if I call people dick suckers, that maybe there might not be dick suckers, I don't know. Or fucking sodomites or whatever, that I could see if you don't like me because of that, or because of my content, or because of how I think or how I act, that I totally get. But because of how I look, because of the amount of melanin I got in my skin, because I don't classify myself as a white person, you're not gonna like me because of that? Okay, that's fine. I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to like me. Okay? But when you're ready, I need for you to understand why you're missing out. You need to understand, because even for those flat earthers, those true earthers that are racist still, and there are a lot of them. I hate to have to say it. I think Flatzoid's a racist. I think he's a racist. Sorry, this isn't something that I should be saying on my channel. I think Flatzoid's a racist. Flatzoid, man, I used to bring money to your channel, bro. I think you're a racist, man. Sorry. I'm just going to call it like I see it. This isn't something that people have put me up to. I'm just going to call it like I see it. That's why I haven't been fucking with your channel much lately. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you grow into the person that you need to be, and I hope you become your best self and you see the errors of your ways, because you claim to be a Christian and everything else like that. Christians wouldn't be racist. Christians wouldn't be harming black people, fighting black people, saying that black people is this, black people is that, using the K word. You know what I'm talking about, in South Africa. Anyway, yeah, I feel you are. I feel you're one of the people that I'm talking about. This wasn't about you. It wasn't. But I'm a call it like I see it. Fuck it. Whatever, man. Y'all know I don't hold my tongue. I'm totally upfront and I'm honest with my foundry, and I say it like it is. I just say it like it is. And you could look at the foundry right now and what people are thinking and what people are saying, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just calling it like I know it, right? But the thing is if we want what it is we want, if we want people to understand where it is we're talking, what it is we're talking about, if we want people to see our plight, put the NASA thing in front of them. But I'm just trying to tell you like it is. I'm being upfront and I'm being honest. I've never used deceit to get my foundry on my side, right? I'm upfront. I've never been dishonest with my foundry, and I hope you guys understand that. I hope you guys have seen that. And so I would like for us to show those that don't get it, that don't understand. We had the Artemis 2 take place. What did you see? We have everything that we've discussed as true earthers. And what do you see? We're not lying. We're not the people. We're not the people that poison your water, that poison your air, that harm your kids, that rape your kids. You know, we're not those people. We're not the people that freaking put you in Cancer Alley, or that send the synagogue of Satan to your neighborhoods to tell you that you don't live in a particular place. Oh, there's something that y'all have got to see that's happening to a lot of black people here in the United States that a lot of people aren't talking about, but that's actually happening as we speak. You know, it's been a while since I've gone on, and I was thinking a lot. I did a lot of thinking, right? And originally, what I was going to bring to everybody were the things that I came across, during my travels, and the things that I discovered that I feel us as a true Earth community could kind of break down and discuss and everything else. But during that time, what I've seen is that many of us we don't change. A lot of us don't change. A lot of us don't want to fix our situation. A lot of us think that we want to stay a particular way and realize that the earth is true, that the earth is not a ball. I'm doing my best to break out of that the earth is flat. That the earth is not a ball, right? Another thing I've come to realize, that I'd say one of the bigger things as a melanated person, the biggest thing that I've come to realize is that if you don't see the person that's black next to you as your brother or your sister, and you just mistreat us, you're not. You could be a true earther, but you're not going to reap the benefits of the true earth. Like you're not. You're not. I can't. We can't help our melanin. I think our melanin is amazing. It gets me out in the sun, and I could go out and I could do all kinds of amazing stuff, right? I wish everybody could have some melanin in them and enjoy the sun like I do, right? I throw some Vaseline on me and shit, get out in the sun, get all the rays. I love that shit personally, right? Um, Whatever, it is what it is. But for those that are in opposition with people that look like me, like you, I don't think we've gotten it. I don't think we've reached the mark that I would like for us to have reached. I don't expect a lot of us to agree with me. And this is something that I said was going to happen, that the flat earth, the true earth, whatever you want to call it, right? And get your ass out of here. right? That the flat Earth, true Earth, and race is going to become a factor. And everybody wanted to fucking ignore me. Everybody wanted to say, Vlad, you're a racist. Not everybody. Not everybody. Not everybody. I'm not going to put that on y'all. But there were many of you that said, I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Now, fast forward to where we are now, and you have Victor Glover, the guy that said that he did it, did all this and all that. This is why I said understanding the true Earth and what's going on with this whole NASA thing and all that other nonsense and being black is so important. Like, we need to find a way to get those that look like me, right? We need to find a way to get those that look like me to understand what this place is not. And then I was met with everything. I was met with, oh, you're a racist. We're all one. We're all this. We're all that. Listen, now here we are. And what do you see? Now we're here now. Victor Glover. Victor Glover is the black astronaut with the bald head that flew with those guys, that said that he flew with those guys, right? Now we've got him doing everything that I said that he was going to do. Everything. And this is what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about Victor Glover per se, right? But he is an example of what I was talking about. You know, I went on Facebook and then I saw how a lot of these Facebook channels were like, oh, the first black person to do this and to do that. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but he didn't go nowhere. Them dudes didn't go nowhere. And do you understand? I don't think I got a lot of shit because it's like, oh, you a fucking sellout. Oh, we taught people this and we taught people that. We taught people from ancient Kemet. And I'm like, okay, you could think what you want, but there is no leaving this place. There just isn't.
The confidence of these people is what always gets me. They just know, don't they, so well.
I mean, I can, you know, it is obviously a predominantly racist group of people anyway.
Right.
I mean, flat-soid. I mean, a middle-aged, extreme far-right white South African could be a racist. Who knew? Who could have possibly imagined that could be the case? I mean, he's a bloke who, anybody who says the word black like this, blick, is probably a racist. I'm sorry. I might be stereotypical there.
Well, he'd used the K word, apparently.
Oh, my God. I mean, he did sound there like he was almost apologising at points for being black or melanised.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? So, no, we can't help it.
Melanised? What's this woke bollocks? Melanised people? What does that mean?
They all do that. You know, like Vlad, Dread and what's his name? The other one.
What a fucking snowflake. He's black. Call himself black.
Bros,
those don't like it.
Bro Sanchez and all that crowd, they all talk about being melanated.
Why would you possibly try and ingratiate yourself with a community that's continuously racist and obviously racist? And I bet you anything you like, when he is accepted in the group and they're all sitting down and talking, it always ends up like it always does in these conversations about the Epsteins and the Schmeichels and the Schmickels and the Jews and the bankers and the people running the show. They're all fucking just as bad as each other.
Well, you heard him say, he talks about cocksuckers, and I can't remember what other term he used, but he obviously didn't like gay people.
What was wrong with his glasses? Were fucking annoying me. What was going on with his glasses? Did he not have? Are they heavily scratched? In which case, you know, pawn your over chunky chain by a thinner one and get yourself a decent pair of glasses. You're an online young man. Present yourself properly. Get yourself a t-shirt. Avoid all those stereotypical things that make all the racists fire up as soon as they see someone online. I don't know. I mean, I can't really sympathise with him. Do you know what I mean? I can't really sympathise with that sort of person at all. He's literally saying, "Oh, I want to hang around with a load of awful people, but they're being awful to me in a certain way that I find objectionable. Please allow me in so we can collectively be awful about other people instead."
Right.
Fuck off. Fuck off, man. You're a fully grown adult.
All right, moving swiftly on. David Weiss introduces us to some orthomolecular restorative farmers now, also known as truth farmers. Take a look.
Oh my god.
Welcome everybody. Today I have Theo and Kira, who are homesteader farmers. What would you call what you guys do?
We're not really homesteaders. I think we are trying to reshape the food system essentially into the private domain. So we have this mission that's been kind of put before us for like more than a decade ago.
I would call us orthomolecular restorative farmers.
Yeah. Truth farmers.
Truth farmers.
I like it. And I'm having you on. One, you guys are flat earthers. You're awake and aware to the world. And we're going to talk about the jobs board, which I recently added. And they've posted a very interesting job offer for somebody that is looking for possibly a complete change in their life and their life path completely to join your farm. And so basically, in a nutshell, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are looking to build a little farm community. Is that correct? Like a little farm family. I don't want to call it a town. We'll call it a farm family. And and you're looking for people that want to join this. They'll have a job and housing and basically all of their needs will be taken care of in trade for work, and I guess there's some sort of monetization in there somewhere.
Yeah, so
all over the country, actually.
Yeah, the mission for us is to first finish the farm that we started 10 years ago, like get it up to scale, full scale. Currently, it runs a pretty good scale. We've brought in teams, but we've always recruited from like the Woofer site. I don't know if you know about that. We've recently decided, really what we're looking for is people who've already started a really significant awakening and knowing that the deception of the world needs to be countered with, building a new system, and starting with food and starting with the land and recapturing the land and how we manage livestock and all these things. That's kind of the mission that was put before us.
Maybe you could talk about what we rejected as a way that we sort of define ourselves, including the currency.
Right. Well, we started with this quest, recognizing that our children had been damaged by vaccines. So we really came at awakening through the health kind of arena. And when you recognize, okay, that your children are being damaged by pharmaceuticals and antibiotics and all that kind of stuff, and then
lies.
Yeah, so
lies.
I had a son who was disabled in the 80s. He was born in the 80s. I had another son who had a brain tumor, and as I got older and looked back, I realized, oh wow, that this problem my second son had was actually a side effect listed in the vaccine insert, and so it's like, we did, as time went on, Kira and I got together, and she was very lactose intolerant. They call it lactose intolerant, and so
to the degree that I couldn't have milk, I hadn't been able to drink milk for 40 years.
Yeah. And so she, we were able to get some raw milk from a nearby farm. She started, tried the raw milk and realized, wow, that's that works. So over like a day, she drank an entire half gallon of milk and had zero issues with it. And so it kind of put us in this state of wondering and awakening of like, well, why have we deal with, all these experts?
What else is a lie?
Yeah. And none of them have told Kira, oh, you can't drink processed milk. You have to drink raw milk. And those kinds of lies were really what moved us towards questioning everything. Our grandson was born at home 10 years ago in our house in the bathtub, and
15
years ago. Sorry. And he was my daughter was very brilliant, and she took tons of vitamin C. It was a vitamin C baby. It was super easy birth, no vaccines, never went to the doctor, those kinds of things. So the contrast between the lies we were told in the 80s and 90s and what we were learning in the early 2000s kind of just set us to a point where learning about Kira's ability to drink raw milk,
and it restored my gut.
Yeah, it prompted us to try to get raw milk regularly. We couldn't get it, and so we ended up, because it's illegal in Oregon and it's really hard to get it. The laws in Oregon.
It's tough to get it here. I have an Amish farm in Pennsylvania. You join their club and then they deliver it.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually harder to get it in Maryland. I think Connecticut is New York, maybe. It's all over there. It's like,
Yeah.
It has to be like that milk.
Right. And you have to, we have to get over our indoctrination, right, about how raw milk's going to make you die, basically. And then once you realize, oh, that's a big lie, then you try to get it. And we got on a waiting list for a farm, and it was like 4 or 5 months, and we never got to the top of the waiting list. So both of us had farming backgrounds kind of early in life. And so we were like, well, let's just get a cow. We had an acre at the time. And so we went and bought our own cow and started, she had a calf, and then we started milking her. And then we were getting 5 gallons of milk a day. And it was like, well, this is way too much for us, so let's share it. We realized that the laws didn't allow us at the time to advertise it because that was illegal in Oregon. And
controlled substance.
Yeah. So it was that kind of entry from, and realizing how healthy it was, and starting to learn about raw milk 10 years ago.
And so what do we leave out of our farming? Or when we came, we just decided not to use any chemicals.
Right.
Or
So,
any pharmaceuticals.
yeah, because of the experience we had with our grandson, no pharmaceuticals, no vaccines, none of that. We just said, well, we're not using that with animals either. And we started to research orthomolecular methods, and we started using those with our cow. We used them initially with a horse that had a broken hip, and we were able to heal the horse hip. And so it's been this kind of rabbit hole. I don't know if you've ever done a expose on raw milk. And
I know a lot about raw milk. People think, oh, milk, the calcium is good for your bones. When you drink pasteurized milk, it leaches calcium from your bones.
Exactly.
It has no good bacteria in it. I mean, basically, it is dead, and it's actually poison for your body. And they tell you that kids need this, and if they would do better with no milk versus pasteurized milk, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Did you notice that recently, between the last 5 to 10 years, they quietly removed the claim that it's good for teeth and bones?
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
Yeah, it's because you can't uptake it.
Right.
That's right.
Phosphatase.
Right. There's an enzyme. Yeah, there's an enzyme in raw milk, which is phosphatase, which I think allows you to uptake minerals from everything you eat. So but
pasteurized is defined by the destruction of the phosphatase enzyme. So it doesn't matter how much calcium is in there, you can't get it.
Right.
You can't get it, the calcium in milk. It's all a big lie.
They're dumb. They don't know.
Based on current scientific evidence, pasteurized milk does not leach calcium from the bones.
Where do they get this stuff from?
David Weiss. Wherever David Weiss says it's not true, don't listen, it's dangerous. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Right.
If you'd like the basic facts, approximately each year, raw milk causes a little bit less than 1,000 illnesses, of which maybe like 100 of them need to be hospitalized, and several people die each year from it.
It's just incredible, isn't it? Really?
Right.
I never thought I'd hear you shilling for VD. I'm ashamed of you.
I mean, their website is www.rawmilk.church. I mean, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, well, apparently it is actually a church.
Have they mentioned their currency yet?
No, they never got to that. She mentioned that right at the start, didn't she? And
yeah.
I guess they mean they try and barter for things.
Oh no! We haven't got anything to this. If you had something about this, I would normally spoil it. But if you haven't, I'll.
No, I haven't. No, go ahead, because I have got one more clip on it.
I had a dig. They've got something called Moolah Coin, which is their own cryptocurrency.
Oh right, they got
into that. So I presume then they're getting around all the laws about buying and selling raw milk by insisting everyone uses cryptocurrency.
Probably. All right, more from the Raw Milk Church now, and like most conspiracy theorists these days, and we kind of almost heard Whitsitt say this, Weiss is convinced we're on the brink of a great conspiracy awakening.
What you guys are doing is the future. It's actually now. We need more of it. Like, everyone needs to do this because we're heading into a time where you guys are going to be kings. You're going to be kings. and that's not the reason you're doing it. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do, and you want to help yourselves and help others. And that's why I do this. Right? But we are literally at a time. So I want you to talk more about I had the impression that you guys just have one farm with some houses, but you're telling me you have other farms. You're doing it in multiple states.
This is going to be replicated in every single state as quickly as possible.
Right.
We've had people trying to give us land, and we just have to train the people to here at this one go send out to these farms, because in a minute people are already, they don't have access to clean food, so we ship. But if you had this farm 10 miles down the road from you, wouldn't you go?
So your offer is to have people come, live and train and work on your farm, and then they can go and start a farm in their own state.
They can start one, or preferably, because we're a church also, we're a legitimate church, people can donate a chunk of land, and all we need to do is replicate what we're doing here, the on-farm butchery, the dairy, and then the pasture lands, unsprayed, to take care of. And that's, you can replicate this anywhere, but the training is so important.
I have a question. Might be a dumb question. You guys aren't using any antibiotics, any pharmaceuticals, no chemicals. So technically, you're organic. But are you calling yourself organic? Because once you call yourself organic, you have to go by all of these stupid state rules.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
So you're beyond organic.
Well, we're Edenic. What did God want? That's our question.
Yeah, right.
What did God design that is being obscured or perverted, or it's all of it?
Yeah.
Right? It's the Satan's world right now. And I'll just get right into that. Because if we're about truth, then we have to be outspoken about truth once we see it. And God's design is there is no end to the depth and the perfection that already He made.
Right.
So can we just shed all the lies and realize the abundance is endless from what He created? So our farms follow that model. It's really simple.
Yeah, when we started in Corvallis, we had an acre, and then when we decided to do this, we ended up on 160 acres in Yoncalla, Oregon. We came here with like 3 cows, and God told cows to be fruitful and multiply. So we have 80 cows now.
Whoa.
And they're multi-generations away from...
And Kira takes care of all those cows by herself, right?
Oh, man. But we serve about 400 families.
Right.
So you people mail order from you or local deliveries only?
They do.
No, we have shipping.
We do both
right now, but we prefer to ship farms. We haven't done that yet, but that's the goal. In other words, we can ship food, but it doesn't make a lot of sense in the long run. What we really need to do is replicate these farms.
But we want to get this food to everybody because the profound healing we have seen is the stories just go on and on and on.
Yeah.
Including the thousands of babies that are born with the vitamin C. They're called vitamin C babies.
Yeah.
But they're on this food.
Your 15-month-old grandson probably has never been sick.
15-year-old.
Year, month, same thing.
Yeah.
He's probably never been sick, right?
I mean, occasionally he's...
A little detox, that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing he couldn't get over. But moved. She's not in Portland, but she moved off the farm. And
Are you near Portland? Is that where you are, near Portland?
Not us.
We are.
No. She moved. My daughter did.
Yeah, we are not.
Okay.
Yeah, so the grandson
lives near Portland.
He's super healthy, but he's in more 5G, 6G, whatever that is. So I think they end up more sick than they should. But no, they're brilliant, vibrant.
So right now it's just your 160-acre farm. And how many people do you have living on this farm?
Right now, at this moment,
about
two.
Just you
two. We've had like I don't know.
We've had teams, and now we're recruiting.
And you have farmhouses. You have houses for people to stay in.
Oh, our farmhouse is gigantic.
Yeah, we're looking for people to start in the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Live, and then we have a lot of timber here. We're going to build log cabins for the people over time, and we're basically it's kind of a start with a team of truthers that are ready to go, and we have 2 farms that are nearby and 1 down in the southern Oregon, and that are ready to kind of go.
Now, is it? I'm sure a single person, but willing and able. That's great. But like a family, if you had a family, husband and wife, they both want to work, and kids that want to work.
Absolutely.
Yes, but we have recognized over 14 years that not everybody is compatible. And so we're by reaching out and connecting with you, we're like, well, it preferably we have a Christian foundation, so we have a foundation.
Okay.
That helps. It helps a lot.
Well, coming from this pool of people, the pool from the Flat Earth pool, you've got a lot of the attributes that you're looking for. You have people, they
Yes.
all believe in God. Many
Right.
are Christians. They're
Right.
awake and aware to the deceptions.
You know
Most
we
of
have a
them
creator.
are unpincushioned. And so
Unconditioned, yes.
unpincushioned, I call it. So
I like that.
the chances of you finding suitable people is very high. I'd say it's very
That's what
high.
we thought.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we're starting to call ourselves truth farmers.
Yep.
And it's like when we realize that there is no way to disconnect the vaccine truth movement from the food restorative movement. There's no way. They're not different. They're connected. And to restore one from the other and vice versa. You can't deny it, but it was a serious risk.
So
for us to start talking about vaccines openly. And then the next biggest thing was to just say, yeah, and we're Christian, we follow scripture. The next thing, which is probably bigger than them all, is you need to know where you live and who you are within where you actually live. So, in other words, can we get closer to truth?
No ballers allowed.
Well, can we?
We don't want to have those arguments for sure.
Exactly.
It's not entertaining.
I always say that a flat earther and a glober together as friends, couple, married, whatever, the flat earther has the advantage because the glober, if they have common sense, will eventually become a flat earther, but the flat earther will never go back to the globe side.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. No flat earther has ever stopped being a flat earther.
It can't happen, can it? It's impossible.
No, never happened, that.
Well, it's true. You can't suddenly become more intelligent, can you?
No.
I mean, I
Translation.
love... Go on.
So the translation is, we want some very stupid people to come and work for us. And
for free.
Days, what happens? Where am I going to find them?
Yeah. It was pretty much that, wasn't it? Yeah. He said, so you're going to train people to work here and then create other farms? No. We're a church. We're going to buy land, and you can come here. We've got trees. You can build a log cabin.
Yeah.
We're going to build you a log cabin.
Yeah.
We're going to live in our house for the meantime. In the meantime, yeah.
What they were clearly, it was getting creepier and creepier as it went along, and clearly what they were doing is they were demonstrating you can't spell agriculture without cult. That's where they were going with it. It's clearly they want a bit of slave labour in.
Is there any? That sounds like it might have chemicals in it. I don't know anything about orthomolecular agriculture, but it's got the word molecular in it.
Right, it sounds like a load of bollocks, doesn't it?
But orthomolecular means medicine is an alternative approach aiming to maintain health and treat disease by providing optimal, often high-dose nutritional substances such as vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and fatty acids. That's what it means.
Is it like the people who say you can cure cancer by overdosing on orange juice?
Yeah. The scientific community largely rejects orthomolecular medicine, noting lack of evidence that high-dose vitamin therapy prevents or fights missed illnesses, which many studies continue flaws.
Yeah, well, I did mention that they had vitamin C babies. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Go on.
The website, one other thing, the Orthomolecular Garden Church website has a logo, and the logo consists of three things: rays of light emanating from the center, a crucifix, and an open Bible. Everything you need to know about farming.
All right then, our last two clips I was in two minds about including in the show. However, this is a significant thing that happened in our community, if we can call it that, so I feel I should tell the story. It begins on MC Toon's show, where Whitsit and his former partner Kai aired their dirty laundry.
I need to stop talking.
Oh yeah, says the person that already did that.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't actually.
Dude, I swear.
But
bro,
you
I'll drop
you
everything.
really want to walk back everything
Oh,
that
you mean
you've
like me
just been
leaving
saying
you?
right now.
I'm not walking back anything.
Okay.
Oh, and I've already talked to your attorney. I hope you keep going. So good try. So McToon, here's the deal, dude. I did not lie about that.
You're
so
freaking
stop
out.
saying it.
You're freaking out.
Yeah,
Just calm
because
down.
because you're running around slandering me like a psycho.
No, I'm running around taking care of our kids.
No, actually. Oh, you mean the kids that you took from me? Oh, I swear to God, I'll say everything. Like you think I won't, but I
No,
will.
because in a court
Jerry,
everything is accessible. So
Exactly.
that's going to happen if you just keep running your mouth.
All the threats to give them up, all that. It's all
You
accessible.
just keep
you're right.
running. You just keep running your mouth. No, because this is the thing that unfortunately a lot of people don't realize here is
Dude, Kai, I'm
the
telling you right
internet
now
is
that
not the real world.
If you say a lie,
Like
if you say a lie, I will say the truth. Because you have defamed me multiple times. So I'm not
Dude,
trying to say
nobody has wanted to go for the jugular at you more than me. I never do. I never have. So
really?
Don't make me.
Hey, this is recorded, right? I'm so glad that your
Just
attorney gets
pay
to
the
hear
child
you. Wait.
support. You didn't. You're lying.
Oh no! Hey,
you
Kai,
sent
did I
me
pay?
$200 and you stopped. Just
wait,
stop
time out.
fucking around. I am tired of it. I'm tired of the fake persona of all of these people on YouTube pretending to be these masculine men who don't do shit for their families. It's hilarious.
Okay, Kai, here's what actually happened. Here's what actually. Wait, now we're gonna say what actually happened.
No.
He has over. Wait, you want me to say who you actually are and what actually happened? Is that what you want? You want me to expose to everybody who you really are and what actually happened? Is that what you want, Kai?
I think
if I were you, I would probably stop talking, dude. Because the only reason
nobody cared. Nobody in this room is more ready to just let it all go out than me.
Fortunately for you, though, but
I'm not because I'm a better person than you.
Is that why you ran around and did it a few days ago, and then you told my children to say?
Because the only reason I had to, because it was disgusting to see you put a fundraiser when you're not sending money to your kids. After I begged you, we had to fire our babysitter.
Hey, time out. When you're
fire our
buying
babysitter, Austin, because you stopped sending money, and I'm so tired.
There were 3 babysitters on the last FaceTime. How's that work?
So disgusting. I hate men like this because they rather argue that they're a good dad than be one. So shame on all of you men who do that, and don't be like him. Be a good man. Love your wife. Don't
love your cheating whore wife. Yeah.
You sound like a good mom. And
it's
and
so
I'm sorry
sad because, and I'm gonna go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go do the dishes. I'm gonna go clean, and I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna go wake up. I'm gonna go take care of my kids.
Oh, it's serious stuff, this.
Wow, I didn't know that she went in there like that. That's just fucking awful, frankly.
Oh, it's going to get worse.
And we don't know how much of this is true and how much is not true.
No.
It's a psyop, surely.
I feel bad using it as a source of entertainment, but it is something that went off, and a lot of people were asking me about it.
Sure.
Probably more people have asked me about this than any other thing that's ever happened. So,
well, I mean, I have to say the bit that made me laugh the most was the only bit that made me laugh was someone just about 20 seconds in just said Jerry. Just
I had the front row seat to all of that.
Right.
Oh. Just, I don't. Why are they doing? Why are they doing this? Why would you do that?
I know.
I mean, Q Up was trying to hit on Kai, and then he was trying to use that to troll Witsit, and it kind of worked. But
right.
Q Up's gonna Q Up too at the same time. So
all right,
see the DMs.
Trying to be demigods, as Q Up would say it.
Alright, our final clip of the show now, and the Witsit Kai battle continued, right here in the Debate Flat Earth and More Discord server. This was an audio-only recording that I stuck a screenshot on top of, so nothing to look at, but take a listen.
What do you think you were accomplishing by doing this on the internet to the father of your kids? Why are you doing this?
And
Hey,
what
shut the
actually
fuck
happened,
up, Yakushi.
and dude, what actually
Shut the
happened
fuck
was
up.
you kept me from going there, and then I finally signed a lease. Towards the end of the lease, I went to get a lease in
So when
Raleigh.
are
Then
you
you kept
coming
me.
now?
But she has to interrupt me because she doesn't want you to hear how insane she is, dude. So then I'm about to
No.
move to see my kids. I'm finally going to get to see them again. Finally, I've already paid for a place, and she claims she's moving with them across the state. She's retroactively claimed it's because I was harassing her. I hadn't talked to her in 2 weeks, dude. I had her blocked on everything. Total lie. It's all documented. So then I couldn't just. I was then considering having to go to court because I asked her to voluntarily acknowledge paternity of Aurora. And Kai, I promise, if you keep going, I will say everything, dude.
I
So I asked
don't
her to.
care that you're saying
Okay.
this.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm
So I
going to
asked her.
have my turn, but I'm going to do it in the tasteful way,
I asked
which
her to
is not
voluntarily acknowledge
online. I'm going
paternity.
to do this the legal way,
But
and
yeah,
I'm
but the
not
legal
going
way
to get a lie that way. And you
but
aren't either.
I
Thank
have
you.
all the texts and all the calls and everything though. That's what
Then
sucks
let's
for
see
you.
them, because all you're doing is just talking and you won't drop the video. If you say I'm cheating and you say it with your chest, post the video.
You know that you cheated.
Then post
I
it.
have a DM. Hey, I'm a random guy in the
No.
internet,
Post
and I have a
it.
DM. Hold on,
No.
hold on.
I
I'm
did
sorry.
not.
Hold on.
Post the video.
Hold on.
I'll prove
I want
it's
to talk,
wrong.
man.
I'll
I
prove
want
it's
to talk.
fake,
All
and
right,
that's why
I'll
you
mute you.
won't.
I'm a mod here. I'll mute you. So I want to talk because she's lying. I'm a random guy on the internet, and I have a fucking DM between you and another guy who's not your husband. This is crazy. This is weird
Okay, post
stuff,
it.
man.
Post it, Sean. I don't know who the hell you are. You sound like you do meth
Kai,
on the side.
Kai, you didn't. Hey, Kai, you didn't hit your ex up? You were hanging out with your ex?
No, post it in the chat. Let's
Really?
see it all.
So because you know what happens in court, you know that there's something called discovery, right? You know that all those messages on those apps that you think disappear, they're actually saved on internal servers.
Sure.
They all come out in discovery. Yeah. So this is the reality, dude.
I don't have
This
to
wasn't
still post it.
this wasn't
You're
even
making
about
these claims.
It was so
Post
funny is
them.
when I called you about it, your response was you don't have any proof though. So
Because
that's
when
all
I
you've ever
ask you
said.
to post or send me a video and you never do, you don't have any proof.
Because
I'm
it would be
so
it would
confident
not
I
it
didn't
would
cheat
be
on you. I want you to post this
you're
video.
lying. No, you
How
didn't.
long are
No,
you
you're
going to
not.
wait? Do
I'm
it.
not, because I was told not to post all the screenshots and calls and videos I have of
Post
you
a video of me
until it
having
goes
an
to court.
affair.
I was told not to do
all
it.
of your threats are empty, and you never.
No.
Wait. So
Shut
Kai,
up.
do you want me
Do
to actually
not
start
post
dropping
it.
all the stuff I have on you?
Yeah.
Like the
I will
calls?
be happy
No.
to
Like the
see this
calls?
video of me cheating
You want
on
everyone to
you.
listen to the
Yes,
call
I
of what you
want
had
to
to
see
say
it.
about our children and about how you were going to give them
No.
up?
I want to see the
What's
video
in your
of me
Oh,
fucking
did that get
mouth if you
uncomfortable?
do?
Do you want me to start showing people about how you were talking about giving up our kids repeatedly?
It's just empty.
Because you wanted to go to Dubai? See, this is the reality. I didn't want to do anything like this, dude. I wanted to go be with my kids, and then
No,
you did ask
don't,
me.
because what you want to do is you want to talk and talk and talk on this app. But when I asked you
That's a
just
lie.
now, when are you going to move here?
I'll answer it.
When are you
The
gonna move
reason that
here?
I can't just move there without an agreement, because what has happened for the last year is you've used my kids as a
Okay, I
weapon
sent you
to
a custody order, and
Dude, stop
my attorney
interrupting me.
emailed it to you today.
You sent me an offer that's one-sided with me barely seeing my kids.
Why
and
didn't
it's
you
with
get an
you being
attorney
in
and do
complete
this
control.
yourself? You could have done
I
the
already,
same thing.
dude, I sent a red line counter proposal already.
But
And then
you
your
didn't
attorney,
get your own attorney. You waited for
attorney
me
didn't
to
even,
do it.
your
You
attorney
didn't do
Woman, can you
anything.
change your
You see
tone?
what she's doing? Everyone can hear how crazy you are. You don't even
Can
know.
you change your tone?
Oh, the crazy!
Please?
You sound like the
Goddamn.
crazy one here.
The only people on your side are all the crazy anti-truthers, dude. And this is what's so sad is I never wanted to do this, dude. Dude, I wanted to move there, Kai. You know what happened, which was that I
So
asked
when are
you
you
to
going to move
acknowledge.
here?
I asked
Because
you
you
to
keep
acknowledge.
talking,
Dude, I
but
asked
you
you.
actually
I
don't
asked.
do anything. That's the
So what?
difference between you and I.
So every
Is if
time
I
that
say I'm going to do something, I actually do it. How
Except for
much
be
do you want to
faithful.
bet, guys, that Austin will still be talking in 3 months, that I won't let him see his kids? When
You
I am
can't bring this
personally
matter on the
asking him
internet.
to come down here in front of everybody, I'm saying, Austin, we would love for you to come and see the girls every other
You
weekend.
would love for me to come when she's in complete control of my kids and dictates if I see them for an hour or two. And then when I'm on the way, she can
Take
demand
them
that
for
I
the
send.
whole,
Wait, time out.
weekend.
Oh, now I can see him for the whole weekend. Now that
That's
it's in
what
front of people
we sent
publicly.
a custody order asking for you to have him every other
No,
weekend.
you sent me a
Guess what?
custody
He
order
declined
saying
and
that
said he
first.
only wants him once a month. Oopsie.
That's a lie. I'll post it. You're such a liar, and you know how everyone's just gonna know you're a liar.
stop saying
You will not pay child
My-
support for the next 3 months.
He won't.
My counter,
And I just
my
asked
counter
him in the chat.
proposal.
You know what?
Dude, this is
I
what
just
happened
asked
in the
him
other room.
chat
So
guys
yeah,
to send me child
when I
support, and he's
leave,
still on.
congratulations, you guys dominated me because you let the narcissist that stole my kids keep interrupting me with a bunch of gamma males in the
When are you
background,
coming
not
in?
letting me
When are
talk.
you coming here?
You just cried
Kai, if you're so sure of your side, why do you have to not let me be
fucking
heard? Why are you so
You know
terrified
what's
of
so
me being
funny
heard?
is if
You
somebody
realize I
was
can just go
controlling
press
my kids
live.
I'm
for
gonna
me.
mute you guys all again if you can't keep it one mic. One mic.
Kai, you know I
I
can just
just
press
want to
live and
say
have
that if
10
somebody was
10,000 people hear
withholding
it, right?
my kids from me and I was desperate to see them and they were asking me to move and asking me when I was going to come, I would respond right away and I'd say, dude, I'll get you dates as soon as possible. Austin, when are you going to come? We've been asking for months now for you to
Okay,
come and you
that's
haven't had no response.
okay. So watch,
is
she's gonna
evil.
interrupt me
You're
again.
evil,
She's so evil. You have no idea.
I'm evil?
This is her nice
I
voice,
can
dude.
hear it. Listen,
This is
Austin,
her
I can
nice
hear
voice,
it.
dude.
Austin, I
Nope.
can hear it, man. I can
Everyone's
hear it,
so
dude. I
terrified of
swear.
hearing me speak to.
we
Kai's
could hear
afraid
your
to let me speak.
resentment
Okay,
towards
so
someone
now,
else when you address
you've been
it.
asking me for months. As soon as I'm going to answer. Okay, I can't move there without an agreement offer because she uses my kids as a weapon. So if I were to just move there and stop interrupting me. If I move there and sign a lease, for example, and then we agree I have the kids on the weekend, what she'll do is call me on a Tuesday and say that she's stressed at work. I need to come get them right now. And if I say I'm busy, I have meetings or something, she'll say, well, then you don't get to see them this weekend. Well, actually, you don't get to see them at
so
all.
I've sent you an order now for you to sign.
You mean that's not how it works, dude?
I've given you
I
everything you
have a
want.
recorded call from Kai where she admits,
I've given you an order
absolutely
now
need
for
to get
you
an
to
agreement
sign,
offer
and
before you move here because
haven't
I'm not
signed it.
Dude, she's having to interrupt me, right? I have a call from Kai recorded whenever she called and begged me not to take a job offer in Texas, saying that I need you to come here. I said I want to come there. I need an agreement offer, right? And she said, and I quote, "Yes, I agree that you definitely need something in writing before you move here because I'm not trustworthy, and I will do those things when you move here." She straight up
I hired
admitted
an
it.
attorney, and we wrote a custody order, and we sent it to you.
Right.
And you didn't respond. Then you did respond. Now I responded. You cannot say that I'm trying to withhold your kids. I literally am the
Good thing I
only
have it all
one making
documented.
actions
Good
for
thing I have it all
you
documented.
to come be the
No,
parent.
that's a lie though. I've been asking for months for you to just voluntarily acknowledge paternity of Aurora. And every time I say I also have
It
rights
doesn't
as a father,
establish anything.
every time
So Austin,
I
I'm going
say,
to ask you one
you
more
see how she
time.
has to keep it. You see how she's talking to me like she's emasculating me and she's in complete control. No,
I'm
no,
not
that's not true.
I'm not trying to
Actually,
emasculate him.
you see how
He's
she just
dominating the
talks where it's like
conversation.
and trying to answer your accusations and you immediately cut me off. So I ask you, I would say, I have rights as a father. And you would say, no, actually, you don't have any rights as a father until paternity is established through the courts. And I would say, wait, are you suggesting that one of them might not be mine?
Oh, you got
I would say,
cut
wait,
for
are you suggesting
real?
one of them might not be mine? And then you would go silent. And in fact, you repeatedly said you didn't know if they were mine. And then I find out only by calling the birthing center myself that when Aurora was born, your mom had me leave to get food. And I came back and rushed back to sign the birth certificate. And your mom met me at the door and said, Kai wants you to sit outside till she finishes the paperwork. And then I only find out later that you had me added to the birth certificate under the false pretense we were legally married, because if we're not, you have to sign a sworn affidavit that she's my kid. And I asked you 10 times if you knew Aurora was mine. You refused to answer. And I have a call of you singing and laughing about not knowing that she's my kid, rubbing it in my face, and then me telling you that that's the most sinister, evil thing that you can do. I'm like tearing up and you're laughing. Right? And you did this for months and months and months, saying that you didn't know if the children were mine, that I had no rights. And then I said, okay, you want me to move there? I want to move there. I need you to voluntarily acknowledge paternity. You say it does nothing, but in North Carolina, it defaults to 50-50 physical possession rights. So it does do something. And I didn't know. I had to go get a paternity test of my daughter because she repeatedly told me she didn't know if she was mine.
That's not what happened at all.
Okay, now I'm dropping the call. Now I'm dropping the call. Because we're not going to do this thing where you just lie. I promise. I put up with it for a year. So admit right now that it is what happened, or I'm dropping the call.
No, that is not what happened, Austin.
Okay, I'm dropping the call. Actually, I'll screen share it so everyone can watch it together.
Yeah,
And we'll see who is evil here.
No, there's some context to that he's not adding in there, but I
no,
don't
I'll play
want
the whole
to say
call.
it
I'll play
because
the whole
once
call.
I say it, then I'm going to have to drop all of these videos, and I don't want to have to do that to you.
Oh, thank God that's over.
There's certain things you shouldn't discuss in public. That's part of it.
It's bad,
know
isn't
that,
it? It is bad.
You'd know that if you were a genius.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? I mean, I get it, because these things. I mean, Princess Diana did this, didn't she?
Gem.
You know.
Mm.
I mean, no one's above this, are they? Really, this sort of thing. You know, when things go wrong like this, you do want to sort of cry out and tell the world. You know.
Yeah, a lot of emotions involved. It's understandable.
Yeah.
This is all fueled and not helped by pieces of shit like QOP, you know, obviously messaging his wife and saying, go out with me, or, you know, shag me, basically. Just all this sort of stuff. It's bringing her into this foray, you know.
Right.
It's actually kind of creepy from what I heard. Kai is very calm over the whole thing.
Yeah, but creepily so, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to be creepy. She elected to start children with it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's not. I just don't understand why they do. It's just it is like Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
They're electing to spew all this out in an arena, and they're sat in a room. Bear in mind, they're sat in a room talking about this with effectively, you know, majority strangers. I mean, who the hell would go through this in a room in real life with a group of strangers?
I know. It's. I don't know. I mean, they did, you know, Toon started doing the thing on him, didn't he? So, you know, they did a live stream specifically to sort of talk about this. So,
yeah, I bet. I'm not particularly impressed with Toon doing this kind of stuff.
no, I feel dirty now, really, for re-airing it, but it is something that happened, like I said. So, kind of felt like I ought to just mention it.
No, I'd heard the back and forth in there with QOP about what QOP had done, but I had no idea until you just showed it that his ex-wife was ex-partners in them. I mean, that's frankly, that's fucking mental.
No, I know.
This is karma, Gem. This is karma for them after the hell they've given all of us for most of a good part of half a decade. Now they got to give that same shit to each other. Where did Kai learn to behave like that? From Witsit.
I did fall out with her, actually, quite badly. Called her some nasty names and stuff.
Well, hey, Witsit's the one who taught her how to behave like this, and now he's getting it thrown back in his face.
She was doing the same sort. She was doing the same sort of act with me. Actually, she was being very arrogant, and she started trying to tell me how to cure my incurable disease, and that fucking annoyed me. And I told her to shut up, and she wouldn't.
Yeah, there you go.
Just arrogant, you know.
He's in a pod.
You know, you've suffered with something for 20 years. You've seen all these experts. You read stuff on it, you know, that comes out all the time. You stay up to date on it. And some fucking clueless goon comes in on the internet and starts telling you what you need to do. Fucking I find that infuriating.
I can imagine countless nights laying there in pain, thinking, "Oh, you know, what do I do next?" And so, have you tried broccoli?
Yeah, and the fucking humiliating shit that you have to go through. Oh my god, you know
yeah, sure,
unbelievable. So when someone comes along and says, "Oh, you just want to eat more oranges," you know what I mean? I just want to fucking punch them in the face.
I don't think that's unreasonable, Jem, frankly.
Yeah. All right, well, that is my show. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to watch it. It was very nice to see you all here. Thank you to the people who super chatted me. Thank you to everyone who PayPal'd me, if anyone did. I haven't looked yet, but if you did, that was really cool of you. And we'll be back in 2 weeks' time at the same time, which is 10 p.m. UK time. Oh, thank you very much, of course, to everyone who was here in the Discord server. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more from the Debate Flat Earth and More Discord server. Please join us for that, and in 2 weeks for more of this stuff. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Stop talking about it and do something!
Suck my dick, Earth, with that bullshit.
Really?
It's like a gentle hate. Do we have another benevolent service? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Are you benevolent? His friends are.
I am moving on. I think I'm coming out of my closet.
This is so fucking depressing. I can't be a flat Earth person.
I don't have the first place. Not have a flat Earth. And things make